Welcome back to Nerd Theorists playing NerD&D. We are on Ep.6 now, since we have now relaunched it into the Nerd Theorists. And wonderful, and I'm so excited to announce the arrival of new players. Hooray! So, welcome in James and Dottie. Welcome into the fold, playing D&D with us. So glad to finally get this going, because I know it's been a month or two in the making. So welcome in, and yeah, hopefully it won't be too long till we actually get your characters properly involved. So previously on Hatheria, you all had finished up in the arena in Garden Springs, and you'd decided then to actually take this item of power to Cromwell Leethern anyway. You still had your doubts, but having heard back from Meridian's contacts saying they couldn't find anything untoward, or at least not anything dangerous, or at least anything against what he had been telling you. So, yes, he then travelled downstream to get to Havenford, the town of Havenford, where you were going to drop off there anyway on your way, but you found that there were a lot of medical tents pitched up, and the reason for which was because the town of Hamerton to the north of Hatheria, where you in fact started your campaign a few years ago, is now overrun with goblins, and also hobgoblins, as you have now discovered. But they have abandoned the mining town of Hamerton, and a lot of the refugees wounded have arrived in the bursting with the population of Havenford. They just can't cope with it at the moment. But you decided to travel north a little way, not too far, but you were on horseback, to at the very least try and make sure some of these refugees heading south make it safely. And you did that. I mean, you got to what seemed like the end of the trail of refugees, or at least this batch anyway, and fought off a group of hobgoblins which jumped you from the wood. It was a difficult battle in itself for an enemy that you were unaware of and certainly unprepared for. So with that, you have been, well, that was pretty much exactly where we left it. And
yeah, we stopped just as
exactly there, and I've realised again, I do this every time. I don't put the music on, but there you go, it's on. So, yeah, that's precisely where you were. You were wounded on the road, and
deeply unhappy about things.
Yeah, exactly where you were. So, what's your next steps?
We want to hustle around and loot all the bodies before we do anything else.
Oh yeah, I'm right.
I know Hector was eyeing up the plate armor on the leader of these hobgoblins.
So I'd like to take the leader's body and strap it to my horse to take
the entire body. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
you can do that. I mean, it takes you a little bit. I mean, you're strong enough.
I will rummage through the 2 or 3 corpses near me and just see if there's anything worth taking at all.
There's not. I mean, certainly the casters there had nothing on them. And sorry, I was just muting a site. I was getting a bit of echo going on. But yes, there was certainly nothing on those the casters there. The others had their weaponry, but then that was and what limited armor they had on. The others had leather armor on, but the leader was the one that had plate armor on. But otherwise,
all right.
But he did have his a big broadsword, but it was a normal broadsword, nothing magical about it.
Lovely. Right. Okay. Well, that's that then. We've lost our 2 soldiers. Did our 2 soldiers survive the battle?
I'm pretty certain they died a horrible death.
Yeah, they got
straight into a
when you were
lightning
saying
bolt,
about-
didn't
smoked by the
When you were
lightning
saying
bolt.
about saving the refugees, I thought we didn't save all of them, did we? Because we
No.
took 2 of them with us.
You took
Fed
2
them to
soldiers
goblins.
you gathered on the way, and you went, yeah, let's kill some goblins together, lads. They were like, yeah, let's go. And they went straight into battle, had one swing at this bad guy who just went, what are you doing? You're never going to hit me. And then they lightning bolted them, and they both fried to death.
I mean, from the back somewhere.
So, how
Did
far
they have
away?
anything on them?
There's nothing much
There's
left
nothing
of them
left
at
of
all.
them.
Dog tags, anything like that we can identify
don't
to
really
pass
have-
an
there's-
officer?
They don't really have.
I know
dog
Cadell's
tags
been
as such.
taking their rank insignia, hasn't
Yeah,
he? For all the fallen ones.
You might be able to recover the singed pauldrons if you want, which houses their insignia if you really want to.
No, I'll put them in my backpack.
Yeah, they're not
Add
of any
that to the
particular
ever-growing
rank.
number of
They're only
Yeah,
military
adding
that
to,
you've seen
adding
off.
to the amount of military guys that we've managed to get killed.
what is it? A colonel, a captain.
That whole rival team.
Yeah, it's just lots of them. That's true. Yeah. But yeah,
Anyway.
While everyone's mooching around looking for stuff, I'd like to walk over to Hector's horse. Has he put the goblin on the horse?
yeah, we'll say yes by now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to walk over and just punch the dead goblin in the face and say, "Parry that, you bitch."
You can do.
Just to make myself feel better.
That's fine.
How far away from Hamerton were we when we met
A
these?
couple of hours ride, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't all that far
We're pretty
out.
bust up as well. We can
No
really
offense,
do
we
with
could
a
probably
rest.
do with a bit of a rest, like.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
'cause in a
thinking,
pretty
yeah,
bad
look,
I don't think we should. I don't think we should stop here. I mean, where there's one goblin or hobgoblin, there's bound to be more. I can't imagine
you're not wrong.
This is just a scouting party.
Maybe
Yeah,
we should
that's-
backtrack back to the town.
I think we may have missed that boat, but I think we should go back and see if we can find another one. We've got to get this here gem up there and see what the top brass want to do with it.
Well, that was all
And as I'm
time.
doing this, I'm sitting on the corpse of a hobgoblin and just sipping a pint from my alchemy jug so I can get some hit points back.
Very well. Go ahead.
So I will just bear with me. How many is it? It's 4d4 plus 4. 3.
It was because it was 7 days to
8, 12.
7 days ride or 6 days ride to Angelrun from Havenford, wasn't it? And then I think it was only 1 day by boat.
Day by boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't risk
5 or 6 days ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I
bumping into anything else.
very quickly scrabble through Binmeyer's journal and maps and see if he knew of a helpful secret hidden route that we could take
To where?
from to Angelrun from roundabouts where we are.
Oh no, it's always going to be the river route. I mean, yeah, you can
fair
look,
enough.
but it's always going to be the river route. I mean, going
You
downstream.
hear his voice going, "Don't be stupid now, boy."
Oh, now it's river line, But yeah, no, it's always going to be the river route. I mean, just with it just being a few hours back down to Havenford and then boat straight there.
That's the way to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, guys,
Head,
come on.
head back to Havenford then is probably the best idea.
And let me just double check
Once
what
we get back to
Arabella
Angel
has
Run,
used.
Once we get back to Angel Run, we can inform the military about what's going on at Hamerton.
Yeah.
So we can get a
Yeah,
group
yeah.
together to
Yeah, we'll show them
the military are well aware.
We'll
at this
show
point.
them we'll show them the war leader or whatever this.
Okay, have you already taken the plate off him?
Yeah, I'll
All right.
put it in my pack.
Yep, fine. Yeah, you can
Right.
you can have done that. Yes, fine. So
Arabella
you
will
load up
Go on.
and are heading back. So what's Arabella doing?
Arabella's gonna do a second level cure wounds on Cadell.
Harsh.
Yeah, Cadell, you ain't looking so well. Come
I feel like shit.
Do you
Arabella.
feel any better now? You stroke your head, you'll be fine, like, don't worry.
Jordy
Second level. I've marked the
Jordy
second
Bella.
level off for you.
Thank you kindly. 7, 10. 10 extra hit points.
Oh, that gives me a little bit. That's good. That's good.
That's a wee boost, like.
Better than nothing.
Wait, he'll be fine.
It's all right. If I'm
Right.
raging, that equals 28 hit points. That's all right.
So yeah, so you head on your way back then down to Havenford. So is there anything else you were wanting to do in town, or are you just heading straight back to
Straight-
Angelrun?
What
Yeah,
sort
straight to the docks to find a boat and.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
sort of time? What sort of time are we on?
Yeah, should we not report back this encounter? And suggest you take the bridge down. It's only 2 hours out of town, and there's a raiding party.
Who was the guy? What was the guy called?
Cottrell.
Cottrell, yeah, Cottrell.
yes.
Yeah.
Which,
swing
by
by,
the way,
Cottrell.
Aidan, you also met the young Cottrell, who you met in episode 1, way back when, 2 years ago.
God.
Who was a lieutenant back then, who's now since been promoted to captain in your absence.
Oh, good lad.
So,
Cottrell, because Captain Cadell went away.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Captain Cottrell,
He's,
and
he's
only
taken,
because
he's
since
taken your position. He's taken your rank, pal. You're now
All
lieutenant.
right.
You know.
I'm not left.
no, he's not.
Don't
But so yeah, I mean, you can have a look for him. He's easy enough to find. I mean, it's not exactly a big town, and they've only got one location for where the military are based, and you can find him easy enough. Yeah. So what? Yeah, you find him. He's there. He's still trying to organise troops. Is trying to put up a makeshift barricade and such, and trying to organise what troops are still fit for fighting and what troops are needing of medical assistance before putting straight back on the defensive line.
Yeah, Cottrell.
Oh, hello again,
I
gentlemen.
assumed I was marching in while you were limping at the back, but yeah. Sorry, apologies, military man here. I'll let them do the talking.
Captain.
Captain. My captain. Sorry.
No.
Drill. About two hours north of here, we encountered what did we encounter? A group of hobgoblins. We managed to take them down and take down this raider leader, but you got to have scouts out. You've got to have scouts up on them
It takes
walls.
leans
this could be
around your
dangerous.
sizable form to to Hector's horse and sees them. Yeah, they're the ones we've been facing. Hobgoblins, you say
pretty-
they are. Didn't know what
Pretty
they were called.
nasty.
Aye. Nasty
We managed to
buggers,
take a
aren't they?
group down for you, but you better be careful. These guys.
Just 2 hours
these guys
out.
are Nasty.
We best
2
double our
hours north
efforts.
of here. I
2 hours
doubt
north.
you'll see any more refugees. I suggest you take out that northern bridge and buy yourself some time. I can show you how to do it if you like. Will the mechanics or something like that?
No, we brought plenty of explosives from the mine with us. We'll be able to do that just fine, thank you. We'll rig it to blow. We won't blow it just yet, just in case any more refugees make it back.
All right.
Oh,
You be sure to leave yourself plenty of opportunity. It goes
We
wrong,
will,
you lose
don't
the
you
town.
I'm sorry about the two lads we took with us. I'm going to pull out the insignias out of my backpack and hand them over to him.
You took them with you to fight.
They met them on the
Think so.
road.
Then
Okay.
they'll have died doing their duty. We all know the cost
Ed
here.
did. Just make sure the family knows.
Kevin and Kevin.
They died
Not
heroes.
not like these have their names put on them or anything. It's
Oh,
they're
right,
just,
I thought you-
no, they're just insignia. It's not like dog tags. They don't have anything like that.
Yeah, I failed.
But yeah, so
Well then, moving on, I suppose.
fair enough. Yep, you can move on. Are you going straight down to the docks then? To
Yeah.
Let's get the fudge out of town.
sure. I mean, throughout the day, it's fairly regular to get boats, but going in both directions. There's more. I say there's more going the other way. I mean, there's more going towards Angelrun than back. I mean, obviously, there's just as many going back, but they don't all stop at Havenford. They often just go straight on it.
Looking at the ones that are going from Angelrun to Havenford, like what kind of the makeup are? Who's on them? Does it look like refugees? Is it just legitimate trade? Is it military?
Going back
up to Garden Springs.
They're more often than not empty, to be honest. They do sometimes have what looks like food stores on them, but other than that, there's not a great deal.
Enough. Well, at least it looks like it's in one
they're
piece.
taking troops or refugees or anything, no.
Yeah. Not reached the capital yet, then. Right, I shall find a boat, eh?
A boat.
Yeah, as I say, it's easy enough to find, and with having a military man amongst you, you can charter one as well. You can get your horses on there, and you start setting off back downstream again, back towards Angelrun. I will flick over to the map mode so everyone can see the maps on stream. There you go. So yes, you are in Havenford. You head downstream. You can see everybody's cursor doing exactly the same. Yeah, there you go. Downstream. Yeah, so you head downstream through the wood past where you've just had your fight. In fact, you do see the occasional bit of refugees going past, and you can shout a word of warning to keep your wits about them and such. But otherwise, you're going past at a reasonable pace because of the flow of water. But then when you do get to the lake is sizable. It is a pretty big size. I mean, it would take you a few days on horseback to get around it. So as you're kind of on your boat heading through this kind of lake, you do see like occasional islands just dotted around, most of which seem to have like luxury manors on them, and guards and fences and all sorts of things. But
rich bastards.
Yeah, it's just getaways for rich bastards, basically.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Realised I don't have my drink with me. It's like, what have I done with my drink?
Oh, you forgot something.
I've put it down somewhere. It's like I brought it up with me. I don't know where I've put it. Anyway, I'll get it in a bit.
How long has this travelling been going on for? Can I get my head down and have a bit of a sleep?
I can say you can have a short rest during this time.
Oof.
Oh, take a short rest.
I'll take a short rest.
Yeah.
I've got three hit dice left. Yeah, I'll have them. Give me that. What did I get? Ooh, 20 in total. Nice.
17. Yeah, also 20.
Yeah, spend your hit dice where you've got them. By all means. So yeah, I mean, by the time you get to Angelrun, you start approaching the like big gates, basically. I mean, they're not gates; they don't block the flow of water or anything, but they stop people from heading further downstream, and they moor up in the Angelrun docks. And a lot of the time they do have like this the pulley system, which actually pulls up a lot of goods from where they are straight up to the top of Angelrun. Let me just change maps, because I have in fact uploaded the Angelrun map. Hurrah!
Hey!
Finally, I know every time we've been to Angelrun, like, it's on my to-do list to upload it onto Foundry, and I've done it at last. You just have to, apologies, wait for it to load while it's actually getting there. But yeah, here we are. So
look at that bad boy, finally.
So yes, and I'm zooming in on the wrong one, so the map. There we go. So
Seraph Spire.
So you arrive at the docks area down here, and you can unload there, and you can get straight up into the top of Angelrun if you wish. So it's just like a pulley system with a lot of goods. I mean, you probably have to take 2 different lifts effectively to get yourselves and horses up there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, so you just get a couple of them. There's lots of them, so you just get a couple. You get yourself up to the top of there, and even from the top of there, you still have to then take a very winding road to get further higher up, because Angelrun itself, if you remember, is built high up, whereas Lowfields is at ground level, and then the Angelrun main is built up and on a much higher platform. To then also means it's much more easily defended with crazily high walls.
As we came in, did we see the military camp?
Dengal, yes, you can see.
Yeah, is it
camp.
looking bustling and full of thousands of people, or is it looking much like it did?
Yeah, I mean, I was on your way in on the lake.
Yeah, coming in, because obviously it's outside the walls, isn't it? So the large part of it.
If you want to have a look, make a perception then, please.
Oh, I see. Excellent, perfect. 5.
It's a bit of a way.
It's really foggy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a way out. You can't really see. But yeah,
trying to get myself up over the edge of the boat.
Yeah, it's like, but yeah, no. He doesn't. You can't really tell much from there, as far as you know. It's all much of a muchness. And you don't really know what it looks like from that angle, anyway.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so you get up to the top of the Docklands, and you're starting to make your way through Fair Oaks, because you have to go kind of around this bend of the river, which again, as I've said, it's a drop. It's not straight into the river. It's a drop down to the river, which when it's down there, if you remember, there's like a lot of sewers which come out onto it while down there, so it's actually a step away from the rather posh end of everybody, so they're a good way away. So you get round to the main bridge. Yeah,
I think first things first, lads, is I think we could all do with a hearty meal and a bit of a...
Yeah, it depends on where you're going. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you sure you don't want to get this turn signed off and straight into your boss?
What sort of time of day are we on?
You're getting on towards late afternoon.
So he'll still be there if we make it to him.
I'm sure he'll have food. He's a rich man, right? Surely he'll feed us. Well, he might not feed us. I don't know. The rich people I met put me in irons.
We've just been through a ridiculous battle where like 3 of us almost died. I'm thinking the best course of action is to go to an inn, have something to eat, have a chill, set out in the morning.
Well, it's your boss. It's entirely on you. There's people there that were running from a terror. I just thought that maybe we'd like to get there as soon as possible.
It's waited 6 months. What's another like 12 hours going to do?
But look, you know your boss
Oh,
best.
that's
You want
mum.
you want a drink, lad?
Yeah, poor Arabella's mum.
So for those who don't know that one, they dawdled on that many side quests that often that it cost Arabella her parents.
Yes.
It was fun cutting them apart, though.
That sounds worse than it actually was.
I know,
That sounds worse than it actually was.
Yeah.
Some stupid hag turned them into a
Flesh golem.
abomination, flesh golem that we actually had to kill. And poor Arabella had to watch me chop her father's head off from this flesh golem.
Yep. So
she's got some serious trauma.
So are you going to report in, or are you not reporting in?
I think so. Yeah. Let's get up there, cause.
All right, let's report in. All right, let's go for it. Yeah, let's report in.
We're getting this stone off our person. We don't know who else is looking for it. We don't want to be walking around a big city like this.
Cool. Let's go report in.
All right. So, where are you heading to report in?
Where's what Cromwell ends?
It's Cromwell's.
Yes. Well,
Cromwell's
it's
Cromwell's
either
gaff.
his place of residence or the Seraph Spire, which is his place of work.
What did
time of day did you
Meridian's
say?
report say?
Mid-afternoon.
Sorry, there's several people talking at once. What?
Apologies.
Was it mid-afternoon? Did you say?
Late afternoon.
Late
Place of work, then.
What did Meridian's people say? Because they were trying to find out where he was, weren't they?
No, they said
Is it
he was
that they
spending a
hadn't
lot
seen him
of his
for a while?
time at Seraph Spire because
If it's late afternoon, the guy's at work. you know, he's going to be a workaholic. He's probably going to then spend very little time in his residence. So the best option is his place of work to find him.
All right,
If we don't find him
let's
there,
go.
then we can go to his house.
Yeah.
can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
So yeah, so you head round, you cross over the main bridge, you head through what is effectively a high-end shopping district around here. Past
I
this,
was just going to say,
past the spa.
Grom's just going to be like having a little,
Cash
having a little.
in my pocket, burn it all.
Yeah, past the spa, and then through where you've been all been to
Past
the
the
spa.
spa. I could do with a shower.
Past like Moonside Square, onto High Green, which is just a green space with greenery and trees and such.
This is where the festival was.
That's exactly right. Yes, where the Festival of the Tree took place last
where I
time you were
beat
here.
you
In fact,
beat you in the arm wrestling contest, didn't I? Got you.
you know, it was a Sergeant Jefferson.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh God, it's been 2 years.
Yeah, Sergeant Jefferson, who you beat in arm
Oh,
wrestling
Sergeant
contest.
Jefferson, yeah.
Yeah, so then you can head across the green to Seraph Spire. And as you kind of get there, you can see outside there is a lot of hustle and bustle due to, as Meridian's contacts had said, because of the passing of the High Arcanum Trevelyan, Tiberius Trevelyan.
Oh, Trevelyan's died.
Well, he died like months ago.
Yeah, ages.
Like a month or so ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
God, there's so much to remember.
Welcome to my world.
Yes.
So yeah, and yeah, he got there. Well, you get there. There's a lot of people outside. A lot of angry shouts. To be honest, there's a lot of people very upset, and the gates, the entrance where it's walled off at Seraph Spire. They've actually closed the gates there, and there's a lot of people outside. I say a lot of people. It's not like a massive crowd. There's a lot of nobles there.
At this point, can I just punch my microphone?
Yeah, by all means. Roll to hit.
Again.
I'll just pop my. I'm just going to pop my hood up, and can I cast minor illusion and just cast like a darkened shadow over my face, just so I'm not as obviously
conspicuous.
me.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, I'll let you do that. That's absolutely fine.
That's
Yeah, you conceal yourself a bit more, and yeah, as I say, there's a lot of angry toffs basically here. All the hustle and bustle, and you kind of work your way past as a group. As a group, you're very you stand out a bit, to be honest. As a group, battered and bruised, on horseback as well. So yeah, you get to the gate, and there's a few guards there. It's like,
Hello.
what's your business, sir? Oh, Captain.
What's this guy's rank?
He's also a captain.
Ah, well then, Captain. Hello. We're here to see Leithern. I'm on a special mission. I've got my orders here.
He reaches up to on horseback, and you lean down to pass him. He looks over your contract, signed by Cromwell Leithern. It's like, oh, very well. Bear with us while we send word. He leans back and he gives word to somebody on the wall, who nips back to send word that somebody here for you, who is under contract. And word...
Captain, what are these guys all pissed off about? What's going on here?
I'm unaware of how long you've been away, Captain.
We've been away a while.
Ah, well,
A few months.
The High Arcanum Tiberius Trevelyan passed away a little while ago. There's been a long debate as to which noble house would take over, since the Trevelyans have no heir. But seems to be they've replaced him. They've announced only earlier today who was going to actually replace him. A Mark Grisha has replaced him. And for those who are of noble birth, and those who know the hierarchy well enough, Grisha family name is of... They are nobles, but they are not of one of the 6 major noble houses. Which is, as you can understand, is why a lot of angry people is outside, because they're all of the main major houses, and they are angry that they were not chosen.
Okay.
We're keeping an eye on them. I highly doubt these are ever going to cause any physical trouble, but they're upset, understandably.
Okay, well, thank you for the information.
Well, it's public knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh,
While they're
while we're away, we
chattering,
didn't know.
Well, of course.
I'm just going to lean over to Meridian like, hey, what are you so uncomfortable about? Why have you hidden your face?
He did have an heir.
Did have an heir.
Still has got an heir, but we...
Am I of the sudden understanding that perhaps this ain't the safest place for you right now?
Absolutely not, but there isn't really any safe places for me anymore, unfortunately.
So what do you want to do about it?
Keep my head down.
Yeah. Don't fancy a grand reveal once you're inside.
No, absolutely not.
I'll
We
make
didn't
some
part on the
fireworks
best-
for you.
We didn't part on the best circumstances, and he wasn't my real father anyway. So,
Am I to understand that you'd rather this was kept between us?
if you wouldn't mind.
Right, yeah. Walk off.
Okay. So a little while later, it doesn't take too long, but word comes back, and it gets whispered into the gate captain's ear. So, the Cromwell Leethan, he's understandably busy right now, but he has instructed you to meet him at his place of residence. So he says you know where that is.
I do know where that is, yes.
No, this evening, if you don't mind, gentlemen.
Okay, thank you, Captain.
Captain.
Captain?
Captain?
Well,
I
suggest we go check in with our friend Quentin and see if he's been reacquainted with his daughters.
That is a good point, Hector. I think we should.
Another side quest to go. So yes, by all means, yeah, you've got to have a few hours to kill. I'm sure. Are you doing away with your horses for now, or are you... Mind you, where are you going to stay? Because
we stayed at the Anvil.
Well, yeah, but Quentin might look after our horses for us when we get to the farm.
Oh, he's on the farm. That's quite a way out, isn't he? Actually, he's not.
That's out in Low Fields.
Trek.
Low Fields, wasn't it?
Down in
Maybe
Low Fields.
that's something for tomorrow.
That's where the Anvil
yeah.
was, where you stayed last time.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Well, I did say meet him this evening. We can't really stray too far.
Where was that place where Meridian, where we got the Stewart quest?
That is true. You did get that one. Where's my city? Angelrun. There we are.
Now.
It's like when you're playing Skyrim and you're looking at your quest list.
It's
You're
like,
like,
good,
which one was that? I remember that. Where was that?
Yeah. Let's see now. That's too posh a hotel. What was it now? Bathhouse, no. High Green, no. The Tun. That was it.
That was it.
Done.
The Tun. Run by Jeff. It says here.
Run by Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Jeffrey.
Jeff. It was a phase where everyone was called Jeff. There you go.
Yeah, you might have been right about scrubbing up earlier. Did we pass a bathhouse on the way in?
You
Oh,
did.
died. Yeah, we've been there before. It's a lovely spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was next to the statue of King Eventine the First.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got a few hours to kill. What do you reckon? Have a bath? Go and see your friend?
Have a pint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
sounds
several
like
pints.
Kill some time.
Pop
sounds like a
into
good plan.
pop into Gilmore's.
Hand over my alchemy jug to whoever says have a pint. Yeah. Have a sip of that.
Yep, fine.
Cheers.
So what's the order of business? Are you gonna
No drinks,
sort
mayonnaise.
yourself
No.
somewhere to stay at the Tun,
Yeah.
I assume?
We'll head to the toilet. It's a good focal
The
point,
ton.
at least if anyone wants to go.
Right.
So our horse is there if they've got that service.
They will have. Yeah, that's fine. They,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. And you can freshen up there. It's up to you
Yeah.
what you want to do.
If anyone has any other business, then they can go do the business.
But yeah, so
Well,
you only
I,
have a few hours. So
Yeah.
Who's actually got the stone?
I
that's a
have.
good question.
From
All right.
No,
no,
you
from-
don't.
Oh,
It's,
God,
it's in the bag of holding.
Of course
Oh,
it is. Of course it is.
Right. So yeah, you can get yourself a few rooms. There's plenty of rooms, as I said before. That they don't really get visitors as such, travellers. So there's plenty of rooms for you all. So it would be what, gold each for a night.
Bloody city prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop a gold.
Drop a gold. At least you didn't go to the Grolinger Hotel. That's right, top end.
The Grolinger Hotel.
Yes.
Well, is that like 10 gold a night?
The Brigadier's family.
Oh, you don't know if it is or whether it's just named after or what.
Well, yeah, this is it. I don't think we'd be welcome there. We'd probably be on the barred list already.
I was going to say there was no sign of
Your name's been
Grolinger
passed
around, was there?
around.
We didn't notice him.
Not that you were paying much attention to
No,
who
we
was there,
didn't, no.
but he didn't stand out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you get a meal, you get to freshen up, you get to sort your rooms out, stow your
Sorry.
horses.
Old man bladder. Sorry, one sec.
His hair,
Yeah,
man.
It's all hair.
Yeah.
I'm getting very
Totally
jealous of
throwing
his hair,
that.
to be quite honest.
I'd love to have long hair again. Makes me feel young.
No, and don't think my follicles will take it anymore. It'll just fall out.
Still got it.
It's getting age gets to you, but there you go.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
while we're all getting sorted in the inn, can I just sort of pull Grom to one side? Listen, Grom, it's making me nervous walking around the city with this thing still on us. The quicker we get rid of it, the better. You know of my contacts in this city. My boss was asking questions about the stone. There are going to be lots of people interested in it, and if anything was going to happen, it's going to be here. Out on the open road's one thing, but this is a big city. Lots
Plenty of
people
opportunities
listening.
here, ain't there? Yeah.
So just watch your back and don't wander off on your own anywhere.
Yeah, no bother. And we are sure we're going to be handing this off to him up there then. Not risk the wrath of the state.
Sorry, as quick as I could. Sorry.
Yes, I mean, it might not please my boss if we do hand it over to Leetern. However, I think his wrath is worse. So, better the devil you know.
I don't right fancy being hounded out of town by more men like Goodell. Right. Okay. We'll stay hidden for now. The sooner we get this out, the better. I value my freedom.
I think the sooner we get rid of this object, the better.
Right.
well, so yeah, so I say you freshen up, you have a meal. You head down then to the Six Houses district, where a lot of noble manors are. So you head down there. You know the way to the Leethern estate pretty well. So you head down there. It's getting dark now. The sun has pretty much gone down. It's just a slight glow on the horizon. And you approach the gates. You do get stopped. It's just a matter of process. You are expected. You've got paperwork. They just wave you through.
Just a formality.
Yeah, it's a formality. That's the word I was after. It's a formality. They were told that you were expected. So you go through into the courtyard where there's a lot of greenery around and a fountain in the centre. And you go around the fountain, head towards the main door, where you to knock upon it, and the door opens. And there's a butler stood there.
Your butler.
May I help you, gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm Captain Cadell. I'm here to meet Leahern.
Ah, yes, very well. You are expected. Please do come in. He waves you all inside. You go inside. It's a very well lit kind of entrance hallway with kind of twin staircases either side in front of another fountain in the middle, which then curls up into the centre, which meets in an upper balcony above you. And there's also a few kind of sofas and chaise longue. It's all very
chaise longue.
Yeah, it's all very very posh around there. Yeah, you're told to take a seat while you wait, but he only steps off to the left down a short hallway, and you can still see him as he's kind of turns around. He goes straight to the study where you previously were, yeah. So you've met him in there before, so he's obviously that's where he currently is. And the butler comes out and waves you down. It's like, please follow me, gentlemen. And you follow him, I assume.
Yeah.
He presents you to the study, and you walk in, and as it was last time round, there's a few seats there. There's his rather large desk and him sat behind it with his bookcase behind him. There's not quite enough seats for everybody. He's not generally used to having such large groups. It's like, so, gentlemen, I do certainly hope you've been successful. I've been so eagerly awaiting your return.
Well, Sir Leahern, Grom, if you would.
Well,
your
honor,
your honor.
A rather stout gentleman I don't have the pleasure of meeting before.
Well, sir, it's recently joined the party. I know this one well.
Old acquaintance of mine, Leahern. I can vouch for him. He's been
uh,
a great help on our journey.
Well, then it is
may
a
have known
pleasure
my
to have
father. You may have known my grandfather, Grom of Gromson and Sons. A well-respected guild in these parts many years ago. Maybe
I
before
do apologise, but no, it's not a name that I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
Much to my loss, clearly.
Well, I'm very appreciative of that. I do believe I have something of yours. I reach into my backpack and I pull it out, and I'm like, I don't know what it's for, but a lot of effort went into getting this.
He starts leaning forward a bit across his desk. He's like, may I?
Yes.
He takes it from you and just gives it...
How's his demeanour looking? Is he looking all sinister and evil?
No, he's excited. He's just very like a childish excitement to him.
Okay, yeah.
No,
So
I've
far, it
had
sounds
a
like
look at
His
this,
demeanour doesn't change suddenly like... No.
Turned into an 8-foot black dragon.
Yeah, suddenly that's it. He turns his shape, form changes.
Yeah.
No, he's just a very much like a kid in the candy store. It's
Yeah.
like, wow.
It's
Yeah.
like, no, I've seen this, and I've done my own research en route, and this is the
Have you
potential
now?
to be very, very dangerous. It's one of a set
Having looked
by
at
the
it,
looks.
he gets like a little eyepiece out. Have a good look at it. Oh, this is marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. I do believe I owe you some coin, gentlemen. And he rings a little bell Next to him, you can hear it tinkling off in the background, and the butler comes straight back in. It's like, oh, please bring the aforementioned funds, please, as you would. And after a moment later, he brings back a chest, and it's a small chest. I mean, it's not yay big. So yes, he brings it in and opens it up, and here we are, gentlemen. I do believe 2,500 gold was the agreed funds.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I've put it in platinum. Hope you don't mind. It's easier to carry, don't you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it?
The
What did we agree
banking
on?
episode.
We can take it to the bank later.
We're
We agreed on
constantly
50
leaning towards this banking episode. It's like I don't want it to happen.
What was the agreement? 50% for me and 10% for everyone else.
I don't think so, Cadell.
I'm a remashing
I'm not a great mathematician.
I am pretty sure I agreed on an equal share between all parties. I'm pretty sure that's what I agreed on. So we all got a. It was a 50.
Are you
it was
sat
20,
there
it was 20
counting it all there and then in front of him, or are you
No.
just
No, not at all.
dashing it away?
No, just chuck it in the bag of holding.
Yeah, chuck it in the
Thank
bag
you
of
very
holdings
much.
for now. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Mr.
What is
Legion.
it? 10 gold to a platinum?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's 250 platinum.
Well, we agreed on a 20% share for everyone because there was 5 of us. But then Grom joined us, and then we agreed that we'd include him in the.
And Thunder left.
Yeah, so we're the same ratio.
Thunder is
yeah.
Thunder,
missing.
yeah, fair
He
enough,
didn't
yeah.
really leave.
So it's
He's
equal,
missing.
equal share for everyone then.
Yeah. But we'll deal with that later.
If he
Right
comes
now, we'll
back,
do
he's
that in
getting
the pub
sod
later.
all because he hasn't
You stash it.
Yeah, equal share for everyone
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
between the 6 of us.
This is most remarkable, gentlemen. I am just so very pleased that you've managed to do this. Now, Carlos, he will be upset knowing that you failed where you succeeded where his team failed. This will be something to discuss.
We saw the remains of some of his.
Yes,
Some of
there
his
wasn't
party
The
much of his party left.
remains, you say?
Yeah, there's not
Yes,
much
there
of them
wasn't.
left.
Yeah, there wasn't much of their party left at all. So.
Let's just say
Oh,
they was
dear.
ill-prepared. No, actually, and I go rummaging in my rucksack again, and I pull out 10 books that are Gaudron's diaries.
Ah.
There you go. The fellow who was guarding these has taken very careful and copious notes of his life in the times since it was put into his care. Since you're to be the owner of this artifact, maybe you'll be able to make use of these as well.
You say this was the guardian of the artifact. I knew they were said that there was to be some sort of guardian, but never thought there'd be diaries and such.
Some ageless fella, looked like a dragon, but also a man. Very strange.
Marco!
Very strange.
Ah.
Yeah, glowing flaming skull for a partner. Both now ashes.
Really?
But yeah, these are his musings over the years.
He
May it help you.
has a quick glance over, glancing at those, but then just keeps looking back to between the artifact and that. And it's just like a kid in a candy store. Doesn't know where to start. And it's like, oh my goodness me, gentlemen, you've done your job and more. Well, if you ever need me, by all means, call on me. You've been marvellous. I may well have work for you in the future. Gentlemen, I would wish you good day. I have a lot of study to do.
Mr. Leader, if I could just press you just for one possible favour you may be able to grant us
Yes, what is
straight
it?
away. Our friend, the Elzadoran Thunder, he was taken while we were on the road.
Taken, you say? Whoa.
Yeah, we believe he
Brigands?
was. No. He was taken by the Royal Guard, and we think he's been brought back here. And I imagine you guys have possibly interrogated him for being a spy.
He gets some paper out, starts writing on it, and it's like, right, well, no.
I think all of us here can probably testify that Thunder was not a spy. All he wanted to do was find Zachariah Cole and play some music. If you could,
Zachariah Cole, you say? Right, okay,
if
yes,
you
yes.
could see to it in your powers that he be released, I'd be much. We'd all be very grateful.
If anybody knows, then Carlos certainly will. Sorry, Lord
if you
General
could put a
Dengar.
word-
Yes.
If you could put a word in, it'd be.
Certainly.
loved.
You have my word. I'll look
Thank
upon
you.
this forthwith.
Thank you, Sanctus Veritas. That's most gracious of you.
No, gentlemen.
Well, sir, we won't trouble you anymore, sir. We shall take our leave. If you have
Good
anything
day.
for us, send us word if you need anything else.
Oh, by all means. Whereabouts are you staying?
It's the
Where
ton,
are we?
isn't it?
The Tun. Ah,
The
yes.
Tun. Yes, we're going to say the Tun.
Very well. Sure my men will find it. And sees you out.
And off we go.
Yes. The butler then escorts you to the door, and off out you go. Yeah. So then you're back out into the night, and it is now definitely dark out. There are lanterns lit here and there throughout the streets. And are you heading back to the Tun?
Yeah, back to the Tun
Yeah.
to count our winnings, I suppose.
Very well.
I think so.
You are on your way, and you're heading through the 6 Houses district. You come to a certain kind of alleyway as you're kind of wandering past, and what happens is, let me just...
That's never good.
What happens is a dark figure steps out and just bumps into Grom and then disappears again. You very quickly realise your bag of holding's gone. It's been cut and he's off with it.
Okay, how far has he got before I realise?
He's disappeared into the shadows. But you know
Okay,
which way he's gone.
Oh,
Thanks,
now
give
the
chase.
risk. Do I drop the infusion on it right now and have all the stuff just spill all over the floor and weigh him down? That's a lot.
We're running
that's a
after
lot.
him anyway. We're running.
Yeah, okay.
We're definitely running after it.
Okay. You give chase. Then by all means, can everybody make a athletics then, please?
Athletics?
For running after somebody. It's athletics.
Well, I've got a +7.
It's
That
true.
does a minus
Okay.
1.
Well, this is all right. Grom gets 17 and Oribella gets 16.
I got an 18 +7.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, a 9.
Iridian trips over his cape
Oh,
and
16.
falls on his face.
Athletics +7 here as well. So 16 for me.
Okay.
Sorry, I got a 25 total.
Very nice. So yes,
I got a 1.
as what was yours,
You
Hector?
got a
Sorry,
1?
I got a 1.
a 1 from
Natural
Meridian.
one or just
It doesn't make much
No,
difference
I
on
got
a
a 2.
two man.
I got, I got a 2, but I got a -1.
Fair enough. Hector, what was your total? Sorry.
16 for me.
Fair enough. Hector, you start to keep up with Cadell, but then Cadell's rather sizable stride starts to take him away from you, and Cadell
He
and
runs off. Oribella casts haste on Cadell.
very well.
Just to speed him up.
Fair enough. Does it actually? It just gives you?
Actually, that's a good point, actually.
It just gives you like
Bear
an
with
extra
me.
attack.
Yeah, no,
and-
it does. Yeah, it's no use at all.
Yeah,
It was
fair
just flavour more than anything. Yeah.
It's fine. So that's fine. I mean, you can, but he's already going at some pelt anyway.
Yeah.
But then, Cadell, you feel like you're gaining on him. You keep track of him, but then he like darts down an alley, like he knows these alleys like the back of his hand, and you can clearly tell he does. You turn, and then sometimes you think, shit, have I lost him? And just as he's turned, and then you can just see a dart of him, and you follow him again. Everybody else is just about keeping up, and to the point where then Cadell, you get led out to where the Moonside Square is, and you can see him running across the square. And I assume you're running after him.
Can I attempt to launch a javelin at him?
You can.
He's nicked our 2,500 gold. He needs a javelin in the face. Or in the back, should we say.
With the money in the bag?
Yeah, the money was in the back.
yeah.
That's right.
Oh, well, that's...
Should have just given it to me, but no, money's in the bag. So launching a javelin.
Yep.
Is he
Roll
within
for
30
hits,
feet?
please. It's hit and miss. What's your extreme range of that?
120.
Yeah, it's probably a disadvantage. A bit more than 30 feet.
So what's my roll to hit with my javelin? My
Plus
roll to hit is DC plus 7. It's 15. Oh, plus 7. So it's
Oh, yeah.
It's a
You
22.
launch it just as he's nearing the centre of the square, and it right in the back of his leg, and he hits the floor face first.
Yes.
Because he's in full pelt, and you hit him in the back of the leg, and down he falls. You can see him trying to get something out.
As I get to him, can I just batter him in the back of the head and grab the bag back?
You are heading across the square, just as everybody else kind of gets to you, gets to the edge of the square, and you're getting towards him. And as you kind of reach, getting close to him, he casts a spell, and he's gone. But he just disappears. Gone. And you can see there's some items left on the floor where he was. You get there. It appears to be Grom's bag, and a couple of books.
All right.
Well, first things first, I'm going to grab Grom's bag and
pass it and see if we can find out if it's mine.
Chuck it back to Grom and see if he's see if there's anything.
All right. So yeah, so you're all gather back up together. Some more out of breath than others, Meridian. And then Grom has a quick inventory check. You seemed like everything is there.
All present and correct.
Yeah, there's just these other two books. Are you looking at them?
I'll pass them to Grom. I am not.
No trouble, your brain.
What? You look at them. They appear to not have any markings on them. But then you open it up, and then in the centre of the page that you open it at, it appears blank at first, then just a very intense bright light of a magical symbol appears in the middle, and the last thing any of you remember is a very bright flash.
Oh.
And that's all that any of you remember until you wake up. All of you inside a cell.
Oh.
And yeah, so you're all inside a cell. There are a few cells in this area, and there's one that there's a few of you in each. There's one to the right. Let's see how they have separated you. They'll have had Cadell and probably Meridian and Orabella in one. And then Hector and Grom in another. But then the other side of Cadell, Meridian and Orabella is a
New
young
characters!
woman. So yes, a one new character. Dottie, would you care to describe the appearance of your character?
Yeah, she's like long, dark black hair, dark clothing. She's like pretty, like noble stature. Sort of
Noble
sitting,
stature.
yeah, she's sitting like properly on her bed,
Hmm.
like
Good posture.
watching you wake up. Like, yeah, proper posture. No, waiting for you to wake up. See
Yeah.
what you're.
You'll have known
doing
that
for.
these were at some point through the night they were dragged in and thrown in the cell unconscious.
Oh, Cadella's
These
really pissed
cells,
off.
by the way, are they stone walls or are they just like metal grids?
A lot
Is it
of
possible
these,
to see
you,
between
you
them?
can tell this is a very, compared to the cell that you kind of rescued Thunder from, this is a lot more higher security than that one.
I'm guessing we've got no gear on us either.
No, none of you have any
Of
gear
course
on you.
not. No.
We're completely
but then-
looted. Like we've got nothing. At all.
You've got nothing, but you can see across the way there's a desk with a lot of your bits and pieces on. You don't know if that's all of it, but you can see a lot of bits. As they've kind of dragged you in, they've just taken stuff off you and thrown you in a cell. But there are
I've still
guards
got
there.
my-
I suppose,
I've still got my
being
light off.
unconscious for that amount of time classes a long
You've
rest.
still got your
does it?
uniform on. Yeah, I assume you're in your uniform.
Oh yeah. In fact, yeah. Just being unconscious for that amount of time count as a long rest. That's a
Not
good point.
likely.
Probably not, no, because it's not. It's a magically forced sleep.
Fuck. We should have had a proper sleep. I told you.
And as you kind of awaken, one of the guards sticks his head out of the door and says something to somebody outside. You don't know what it was. And then after a little
Are the
while,
guards recognisable? Are they, is it city guards or is it something entirely?
no,
Well,
they are
would I
King's
recognise
Guard.
them?
They're in King's Guard uniform. They are both of sergeant rank.
Oh.
There's not an Alvador sat in the corner, is there?
No, not at all. It's not that easy to rescue Thunder.
They wouldn't put him in a cell with a woman.
No.
Well, in a rather,
They
in a
wouldn't trust
rather
him. No, not less.
bellowing voice, I'm going to say, Sergeants, I am Captain Cadell. Release me from this prison now. And that is an order.
They stand there, unflinching, and ignore you. And then, in from the other room, or wherever it was, just outside, in steps Cromwell-Leethen.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, and he has a scroll in hand.
You said he didn't look all sinister like when we
He
handed over
didn't.
the.
It's
very good at it.
genuinely was very giddy to have received it. It's just exactly how. And not a single one of you rolled an insight check. Amateurs.
So close. I was very tempted to when I was.
So yes,
Grom, and I keep forgetting
he
I've got
then-
a druid who might know.
he then comes and stands
I'm going to rip his throat out.
before you, and he stands in front of the cell, a bit of a way back. Obviously, he's not stupid.
Yeah,
of the
better not be
cell,
stupid.
cell in front of where Cadell is. He lifts up the scroll and reads from it, saying, "Cadell, you are being charged with a list of criminal charges against the Crown for harbouring a known spy,
He's not a fucking spy.
the attempted murder of Colonel Pemberton, the
That
murder
never happened.
of a royal messenger, Huron Drake, the interference with royal messengers' duties, including the interception and destruction of
is
confidential
bullshit.
and critical messages,
That also never happened.
and terrorism leading to the destruction of property and death and as of yet uncounted innocent Hathen lives on a scale never before seen in peaceful times."
You didn't blow the bridge up.
You are hereby
It was my
stripped of your
It was my
rank.
first time in D&D ever. Like, come on.
You are hereby stripped of your rank and branded a traitor.
You do get to change your name.
That's it happened.
Yeah, it was happening anyway. Your public execution will take place before the day's end.
You fucking bastard.
He closes it up. The rest of you do not get the pleasure of a public execution. We'll deal with the rest of you as and when we are available to. He just turns to walk out.
Lee turn. Before you go, one last thing.
Oh.
He stops for a moment. And then just walks away.
On your way. Well,
Right.
on second thoughts, giving the stone to Cromwell probably isn't a good idea.
Might have
I
been.
told
offense,
you. I
but-
told you we should have gone to Alzador and followed the lead. No, you
I said
convinced me,
this as
didn't
well.
you? Right.
But Helena and Harul, you will both have known that through the night last night that there were the echoes of explosions throughout Angelrun in
right on our hands.
several key locations. There was an explosion at the Moonside, destroying the statue of King Eventine I. There was an explosion at in High Green, and there was an explosion. There's several key locations. There's Eventine's ferry bridge got blown up. There's an explosion at the docks and at the east gate to Lowfields. Key locations
More
which
people out.
were probably looking at causing a body count, basically.
So, now I'm not Captain Cadell. Can I
You're
forever
just
now be
Cadell.
known as Cadell the Pissed Off?
You can if you want. There's an entire, just permanent state of
Yes,
rage.
I am now Cadell the Pissed Off.
Now you will have to let us know when you would like not to rage.
Yes.
Yes. I
State of rage.
am in a permanent state of rage
Yes.
right now.
So yes,
in a few levels.
so and Helena, you'll have heard this. You wouldn't have known where the explosions will happen to. You'll have heard the explosions happen from your cell. And Harul, you will have known that these explosions will have happened, and with your ear very close to the ground, as you like to keep it, you will have known that a group of people were arrested for that. What would you like
Are
to?
they pinning that on us?
Yeah. Fuckers.
I wasn't
Doesn't
even
sound good, this
conscious.
lad. That's
Oh,
how to
Cadell,
get you.
In fairness,
Sorry, you seem to
Cadell
be
is-
muted,
had it been conscious,
James.
it
I
may
couldn't
have been
hear you.
me.
Sorry, Cadell is literally waiting to rip people's arms off right now. I am very annoyed.
Sounds
Sorry.
like a good time. Sounds like a good time to go and see who's in the cells.
Very well.
Maybe there's an inspection required or something similar.
Okay.
Maybe I need to interrogate someone.
Okay.
Oh, there's a
Um,
military man. I like this.
You head down to where you took you a little bit of digging and asking around, but you know that they're being which cells they're being kept in, cells that they reserve for not necessarily immensely dangerous people, but they do use it for dangerous people as and when is necessary. But it's also for any kind of magic users they want to keep under wraps or sent into these particular cells. And you head down there. Are you wanting? Well, as you're kind of approaching down there, you see that as you approach the door, you see currently that there is Cromwell Leethern currently in there, giving a bit of a speech, looking a bit scowly, and everybody else raging behind bars.
I think I'll be inconspicuous while he's there. Wait for him to leave.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Seems it's already happened. Yes, and he leaves. You can hang back around a corner and wait for him to have left, and he then proceeds to leave in the direction of leaving Dengal camp. So you then step forth into the cells area, and the two guards then turn to you, hands on their hilts of their weapons, and then they start to relax as they see yourself and your military uniform. So, but your uniform being almost entirely black, and with the I forget how many pointed star I'd said it was before, but a many pointed star of the Inquisition.
Inquisition, yeah, it's one of the Inquisition.
Psychops,
Nice, yes.
Yeah, as soon as they see that, they instantly stand down and give you a salute.
I don't salute back.
No, it's fair enough. They stand there awkwardly, and they're looking at.
I look down and pull a small notepad from a lower pocket of my coat. I flip the pages a few times and I say, "There's a few things that I need to ask about." And then out of the corner of my eye, I notice Helena. Is it Helena? Sorry.
Yeah.
And I say, "There's a few things I need to ask about magical activity." And who are these people? Why are they here? Are they short stay or long stay?
By the sound of it,
the shortest stay, sir.
Oh, jolly good. Oh. Well, either way, if you could provide me with somewhere to ask some questions that is not in public, that would be fantastic. Are the usual rooms available?
We believe so, sir. Would you need an escort with them? These are highly dangerous magic users.
Yes, it's best to escort them. Yes. I'll take the woman, and you can take the disgraced officer and his friends.
Yes, sir. And they turn to each other and agree that one of them nips off to grab a few more troops in to actually escort them properly, and they kind of bring in a few more men in, and then start unlocking the cells, and then they're just kind of like face the wall, arms behind your back.
As soon as my door is unlocked.
No, they're asking you to face the wall and turn around before they start unlocking anything.
Yeah. Okay.
While he was talking to the two sergeants and Leighton had gone, I furtively tried to put together a tiny flamethrower cannon and just kept it under my clothes.
Would you like to roll a sleight of hand then?
I shall. That is an 18, and I'll have a flash of inspiration. I'll make that a 22.
Now, it's always the question of, is it magic? Because it's a form of magic, isn't it? Even though it's an ability, you can probably create the machine itself as a point, but it's a magical.
At the moment in time, I have no idea whether or not.
Yeah, it's fine.
There's any chance I can use it, but yeah, I've put one together, hopefully
Fair
secretly,
enough.
whether it works or not.
They're unaware of you putting it together whilst they're kind of organising it. As far as you can tell, it seems limp in your hands, even though it seems to
my cannon's limp.
properly.
Oh,
Nobody wants a limp
I
cannon.
assume they've taken my staff and my diamond.
Yes.
So I've
No
got
one-
no
No one wants
components
a
to
limp
cast.
flamethrower. It's terrible.
Yeah, so
God.
I assume you're all complying and turning to face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretend to face the wall, yeah.
very good. And
Have
they
I still
do.
got my cloak of eyes on?
No, they took that off you too.
Oh, for fuck's
You're naked.
Yeah, normal clothes under that as well. Like, nothing fancy, but yeah. But yes, so they restrain your arms behind your backs.
No, wait a minute. Wait.
But
No, when was the door going to be unlocked?
when you were facing the wall with your hands behind your back.
So as the door was unlocked and opened, Captain Cadell then goes into a mad fit of rage and jumps for the first guy that opened
Well,
that door.
with your back to them and facing the wall, there's no way you were going to get the jump on them. That's the reason why they kind of did that. So they were able. They are going to be able to get. They know how big you are. There's going to be enough people piling into that cell to push you against the wall before you've turned.
All right, fair enough.
But it's the reason why they do it
shot.
like that. It's the entire reason that they do these procedures.
It was worth a shot.
I'll handle Helena's cell personally and go in there and tie her loosely and start to push her in the direction of the way to these rooms. And I lean in and whisper, "You're gonna owe me after this."
We'll see.
So everybody else gets roughly manhandled and bound tightly and taken off to interrogation chambers. There are a few interrogation chambers, all kind of next to each other in a kind of a block, and you all get given a room each and guards. It's effectively another cell, which they lock you in, and just
Does
with
magic work in here?
not the ones
In
that
the
they
interrogation chamber?
not the ones that they took the known magic users into. It depends on which one you took, because some do block magic and some don't. It's entirely up to you which one you take Helena to, but they know which ones are which, so they just take the ones that they are known magic users. So then Meridian, so they don't know Grom. They have no information
know
on
about me.
Grom whatsoever.
I was new.
So yes, you get taken to a normal cell.
And you're suddenly not limp anymore.
Is fiery.
Then and Orabella gets taken to a magical dampening cell.
I take Helena to a normal cell.
Mm-hmm.
And once we're in there, assuming we're alone, I'll untie her.
Okay.
The other cells, I assume we've got people in like one cell per person.
There's
and
plenty
they're
enough
waiting.
cells. They were all pretty much empty.
So I'll cast invisibility on Helena, and then I'll shout the guards. I'll say, "Guards, she disappeared."
At which point, several people come in. It's like, you didn't take them to one of the magical rooms, fool!
There's not magical in here. There's no magic in here. She just disappeared, man. Why aren't they all the same? Underfunded. That's what this place is. Underfunded. And I start to throw my rank around and get them all riled up until they're kind of a bit chaotic and don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, they're
Did
just
all the guards in
running
our
back.
rooms run out then, or did we not have people in with us?
You did have some people in with you. They do go to raise an alarm. Are you preventing them from the confusion? Aided to prevent them from raising an alarm.
Yeah, the idea here is that I don't want them to act like they should act. I'm trying to influence them to be a bit discombobulated.
Okay, then. Do you want to then make an intimidation check, please?
Extra points for the word discombobulated, because that's a mini word.
without doubt. I will give you advantage on the roll for having a rank over them, which is intimidating in itself.
I thought you were going to give him it for the
15.
discombobulated.
The second roll is a 17, so I get
You
an 18.
advantage for long words.
I get an 18 altogether.
Great, yeah. So they are pretty much running around like a headless chicken. They're effectively trying to gather very roughshod search groups to turn search around. They grab a few people out from other cells to make sure. They've now reduced it down to one person per cell rather than two in each interrogation room, and they've not raised the alarm. They're just kind of looking around, going, "She couldn't have gone far, surely. We don't need to. We just have a look round for her. She'll be around somewhere."
And I'm hoping in all that confusion, people do something. That's
There's only one person in my cell with me.
Yeah, and on
Not
on the
in
way,
your cell. They're just the other side of bars.
How many guards did I see roughly are en route to this cell? How many guards do I think are out there at the moment? And did I see where anyone else went before they put me in mine?
You didn't see many, but then you've never been into Dengal camp before.
No. I'm just thinking about in this facility.
You
Outside of
didn't.
these cells.
You didn't actually see many.
All right. Okay.
Other than those that were escorting you.
There's no one in there with me.
There's one in with you.
Right. I will walk to the far side of the room and be like, "Do you know something? I was feeling a little bit out of sorts earlier."
They did. They did
wall.
unbind your hands, by the way. They kind of
Yeah, that's nice. So I just sort of rest against the wall like that, scratch my shoulder just so my cannon's peeping out. Just be like, feeling more myself now, and then a 15-foot jet of flame at the bloke at the other side of the cell.
Fair enough,
just because I'm pissed off.
Because you don't need to roll to do it. It's just
you've got to make a save. Although, I mean, God knows where he's going to go. I'm going to fill the room.
Well, it's true, you are, but it's more. Yeah, but I'm pretty certain that has failed anyway. It's an atrocious roll. It's a 7 in total on the roll.
Oh god, yeah, no, there's no chance at all.
No, it's
DC
an
15.
awful roll.
So bear with me while it's 2d8. Was it just 2d8 plus something? No, it's just 2d8, which is 6.
Fair. It's enough for him to be on fire, and then he kind of darts out of the room to kind of roll around on the floor a bit and on fire.
Lovely. I'm gonna saunter out, cannon on my shoulder, see what I can see.
Which has only now caused even more confusion amongst the ranks which are outside.
And basically, I'm going to spray the flamethrower everywhere, and the next cell door I see, I'm going to try and get my bearings back to the room where all our stuff was.
So, while
you are still in a locked
too
cell.
far. Oh, I'm in a locked cell. He went out the door, didn't he? Or was he separate to me?
You were in a cell which is locked,
yeah.
and then there's like an interrogation bit where they can interrogate you safely.
I got you.
Then,
Apologies, right.
Sorry, I probably didn't
In
explain
that
that
case, I will misty step out into the corridor first.
Very well. Out you go.
There we go.
Please let me out myself.
I'd like to. I'd like to act while the flamethrower thing is going on. That seems like a great strategy.
Yeah. You can hear some more commotion
now...
and a scream happening outside, and you.
The corridor's full of flames everywhere.
So in the middle of trying to compose this chaos, I use my 30-foot range telekinetic mage hand ability to unlock the captain's cell.
Click.
Okay. Yeah. I say we ought to know. You know the cells well enough. You've been in here plenty enough times to know where they are to be able to do that. Yeah.
So you hear the door unlock.
Would he be able to
Hill,
see
here's
your
a-
mage hand?
Sorry?
Would he be able to see your mage hand?
No, because it's telekinesis. So it's you'd
Very
see
well.
like
I
a,
just hear
a
the click
tiny
of a
key
door.
floating.
Yeah, it clicks and it goes slightly open, and there's a guard there looking confused who starts taking steps
which-
towards it.
At which point, Captain Cadell rages his head off,
Mm-hmm.
grabs the door, slams it open, and the nearest person in front of me gets Wookiee destroyed, arms peeled off in a complete blood rage of death.
Fair enough. Roll for to hit effectively.
What's my
I'd-
unarmed strike? I've still got a +7 unarmed strike.
Yeah, you're pretty ridiculous.
That went under my thing. That was 11 + 7, 18 in total.
Yeah, fair enough. And then roll. Well, I suppose it'd be. I suppose probably unarmed strike damage, but you're not exactly striking. You're wrenching as such. What's your normal unarmed strike damage? It's just a straight
normal.
probably 6 or 7,
It's just a
isn't
straight.
it?
It's just a straight 5 bludgeoning. It's normal unarmed strike.
Rage.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you rage.
Plus rage.
yeah.
Should be a plus. It's another
Two.
+2 in it or whatever.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, I'd say that you don't exactly
Yeah,
pull his
+2
arms
melee.
off. You don't pull his arms off as such, but you got enough to be able to kind of grapple him and wrench his arms out to kind of dislocate shoulders, and then it's like he's screaming in pain, and then as you kind of let go of him, he just kind of flops to the floor, he's like screaming in pain.
Then I'm going to find the next nearest cell.
Yeah, you have
And
to
unlock
step
it.
out into the corridor and go down to the next room, and then there's the next cell and such.
That's my plan.
Okay. Down from you
Get to the next
is
nearest cell.
well,
And just...
you kind of step out. You see, kind of like cell next to you is now on the floor in front of that cell. Is somebody on fire trying to roll around on fire?
So I go to his door and I grab the lock and I shove it off.
Yeah. Well,
Slam the
you
door
go
open.
inside, and you can see Grom already out of his cell.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
Well, I missed he stepped out into the corridor next to the bloke rolling
Well,
around.
Oh
I
right,
could see
sorry,
straight through.
sorry,
Where's
I misunderstood.
Meridian?
I thought you were just
Sorry,
out the other side of the
Greek
bars.
Cadell as he turns out. No, I'm straight out there.
Oh,
and
right,
I'm
it's
jetting
fine.
down both sides
There's
of
nobody in the
corridor.
one next to you because Grom's just there.
Where's Meridian while this is all going on? Has he already been taken to another room?
No, it's like because there's a corridor full of these kind of holding cells. So the first so many were for magic users, and then the non-magic users at the other end. Yeah,
So
so
I,
then there's
shout.
Hector in the next one.
Shout to Grom and Grom, stop trying to set me on fire.
What? I'm sorry. I was so fucking angry.
You
I
tell
am
me
done
about it.
being locked up.
I'm fucking angry.
Look, listen. I think they put me in wrong cell because my magic works in here. It did not work in there. I assumed they didn't know me. You need to go that way and try and find those of us. I'm gonna go this way, near where you came from, and see if I can find Hector.
Okay.
You go find Oribella.
As we were being taken to the interrogation cell, there was no sign of thunder, was there? Just
No,
no,
nope,
no, fine.
no sign
There'll be
of
some
thunder.
fucking thunder in a minute if I get me
Well,
out.
am I in a room with just one guard while
Yes.
all this is going on?
Yes.
And
But no
and
magic.
can he hear or see anything that's happening?
Yeah. I mean, there's now
There is no
chaos
time.
happening. There's people just running up and down, and there's people screaming outside. So he's having a look, and he's kind of like in two minds. He's like, oh dear, I don't know what to do. I'm meant to be guarding you, but
Okay,
this shit's
well,
happening.
I'll like to.
Then
And
he
I'm just
sees a
sat with my
really,
hands-
really pissed off big guy
Have
staring
I-
through the
Am
bars of
am
the
I
door.
still tied up?
No, they've released your hands.
Okay, so I'm just gonna lean on the table and just look him dead in the eye and just go, look, you can see what's happening. You can hear what's happening. Me and my friends aren't the sort of people you want to trifle with. So before my friends arrive with my staff and my magic starts working, run.
By all means, make an intimidation check. I'm assuming during this, Harul, are you out into the corridor directing chaos?
Yeah, so I'm still directing chaos, but I'm starting to shift my mindset to how do I get out of here without blowing my
Intimidation.
Yeah, because
Is,
there's
so
now
it's still-
people that you can see that the other people from this group are now helping themselves out. People are now on
Yep.
fire. There's all sorts happening. Sorry, what was that,
So-
Meridian?
16 with me bonus.
Yeah. He's getting like a bit of beads of sweat on his brow. He's looking a bit nervous. Like, okay, okay. Then he's gone. He steps out into the corridor. You can see the door is still wide open. He steps out, looks down the corridor at people on fire, and there's like he just turns and runs. There's like too much for me. This.
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to make it look like I'm on fire.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start running.
It's not that much of an illusion spell for.
I've got minor image if that's better. I don't.
Yeah. No, that would work better. I mean, in a chaos situation, it's still only is minor image. Is that cantrip or first level?
Well, I think it's first level.
Yeah, that's fine. That'd be perfect then. Yeah.
So I'll cast. Let me just check. I will cast Silent Image, which is first spell, and I'll
still works fine. Yeah.
Prestidigitate it so that there's a bit of noise at some point.
Yeah, prestidigitation does sounds. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So between them, you can.
I look like I'm on fire, and I start to head for the exit and say, "Where's the water? Where's the water?" And then once I'm outside, I'm just gonna hide, basically.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna be like behind him as well, like keeping up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can stay close whilst everybody else seems to be helping themselves out. Can
I access my staff and my diamond now?
You're still locked in a cell. He ran away, but he's.
Did you lock the door behind him?
No, you're in a locked cell, and then there's like a little bit of space to the other side for people to interrogate you safely, and then there's the door into the corridor.
Okay. Well, then in that case,
he's
I'd just
run.
like
Now
to
you're
go to
unattended.
the bars and just go.
Well,
yeah.
Mr. Cadell, Mr. Cadell, be a dear.
There's a raging Hulk Cadell stepping down this flaming corridor looking for friends.
Yeah, so and Grom. So there's Cadell and Grom both coming down to start looking in other cells. I know that Grom went to find Hector and Cadell went to find the magic user end of the corridor. So Cadell starts then sticking his head into Meridians.
Whilst all this is going on, have I still got? I had a guard in my room, didn't I?
Yes.
Could I'll say to him, hey, look, listen, pal, you didn't happen to have a Alzadoran in these cells, did you?
Alzadoran, shut the fuck up. He's looking out.
I know you've got an Alzadoran here. I've seen him.
Does it fucking look like we've got an Alzadoran now?
I've seen it.
He's not giving you like his full attention, not in the slightest. There is chaos happening.
He's probably got brown trousers by now.
At which point, Cadell just is stomping past the door, and he's like, and it's like starts looking down the corridor because as Cadell goes down there, and then Grom arrives at that particular room.
Are those rooms locked? The doors.
The doors into that room is not locked. It's just the cell within that room is locked.
Excellent. I'm going to open the door and just take one look at him and go, run.
Yeah. That's my friend Grom.
You can make intimidation.
Yeah.
Intimidation.
That's my work colleague, Grom.
With a -1, that's an 18.
Yeah, he doesn't need any more persuasion than that. He does kind of half wait for Cadell to step into the next room before he darts past. Then
good idea.
Yeah, he's not that.
He's gonna get wookied if he gets in front of me.
Yeah, and he's off as well, off outside.
No.
So then
go and try and pick the lock. Let him out. Oh, it's a fair point. I need to find. That's why I was going to find all my kit. So I've got my lockpick and my thieves' tools. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
You go get your lockpick. I'll just sit here.
That's fine. Grom's off to find his kit, and Cadell steps into Meridian's cell room, his interrogation room, rather.
Can he just rage towards the door and try and rip it off its hinges?
By all means, make a strength check. You can certainly try.
I'll be well impressed if you can rip the door.
Come on.
I've got a +7 on strength, mate.
Yeah.
+7. Come on. Oh.
It's a high security door.
What was it?
Oh.
What is it?
It was a natural 20. Oh, it's not showing up on the
Oh, right, fair enough. Yeah,
A
you
natural
come up
20.
to it, you start pulling, and you can just hear the creak of the cell bars, and you just start. You can see all the veins down the side of his head and his arms pulsating, and it comes straight off, all of it in his hands.
As he's
throws
I'm
it to
stood
one
there
side.
watching him do it, as it's just about to go, I just go. Just pulling it off.
I weakened it for you. Yeah, weakened it.
Yeah. And I'll just walk out and I'll just tap him on the chest as I walk past. Good lad.
Oh dear boy.
Yeah, by the way,
Alright.
Cadell, as much as you are still in your red tunic, you don't have your insignia pauldron on.
Ripped off.
That was removed from you when you were put in prison.
From this point on,
First name.
I am from this point on. I am going full on just leather leotard, and that's it. I am going full on
The
Conan
basics.
the Barbarian. That's it.
He's
I'm
going
a barbarian.
full barbarian. Fair
I'm going
enough.
full on Conan.
Yeah.
You never go full barbarian.
Very well. So then Grom
Bring
is
it, my friend.
toddling
We're out.
past
Let's find the
past
rest.
the room.
Yeah. Is there anyone in the area where all our kit was, or at this point have they all legged it?
Well, you'd have to kind of
can
go
flame it all.
outside and then through into the next mini
Alright.
building. It was. They did
Much
kind
further
of
than I
march you
anticipated.
outside to get. It wasn't
Yeah.
that far really to get from cell to
Yeah.
interrogation room. It's designed to not be far away, but it's not the same building.
Well, I will sneak across.
Sneak. You know, roll
Yeah.
stealth.
I'm not going to just walk bold as brass, the only dwarf in the country. It
Fair
would be a
enough.
terrible
Go
idea. That is a 12.
A 12. It's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, you think you've done a reasonable job, because even though there are people around,
Yeah.
half of them seem to be on fire.
Anyone
and-
else can be on fire. I can arrange that. That's fine.
Yeah, and the others seem to be too much in chaos to not know what's happening or trying to get water
Yeah.
to put people out. And so you can toddle past while you think nobody's paying attention in your direction.
Excellent.
Just across the small way, just to get into where you were. So and then once you get into there, there's nobody in there to guard. All the guards who were in there have gone with you. You pulled out a lot of people with you.
Lovely.
So
So
which
there's no one else in the cells or anything, is there?
No,
It's
no.
just an empty building now.
Yep.
I will locate my bag of holding and then throw all of our shit that I can find into it.
Okay.
It should fit everything.
Yeah, I'm just thinking whether your bag of holding's there.
Ah,
But yeah, to be fair, it will be, because they wouldn't
they
have
didn't
been
know I
a
was a
lot of
magic
time
user,
for
so I
processing.
assume, yeah.
They know it's a bag of holding.
Oh, yeah, of course they do. I pulled the thing out of it. It did that in front of the Cromwell with all the books, didn't I?
Yes, but
Ah.
they've not had a lot of time for processing, so I'll say it's all there.
Yeah.
So you've
The
got
money's
you've got
still
your,
there.
your shit.
We'll
It was
find
in the
out
bag of
later.
holding.
Yeah, you
It,
don't know.
it was
see.
in the bag of holding. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know yet.
I've emptied it out. Who
Anyway.
knows?
Yeah, you got that
Um,
back week trick.
You can stuff bits and pieces in there. Meridian's staff is a difficulty. You can carry that. It's
There we go.
a lot taller than you.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Staff over one shoulder, hammer over the
Love
other.
it.
bag of
He's going to
holding
be
on the back.
he's going to come back to us and be pulling out like, here's a shield, here's a warhammer, here's a long
Yeah, I
sword.
mean, a lot of stuff
Here's
like
a
that doesn't fit
hammer, here's a
into
helmet.
the hot bag of holding, but you can drag most of it behind you, or such.
I'm hardy. I'm a hardy dwarf.
He's a dwarf. He can probably
yeah.
carry about 4 times his body weight.
He can't. He really
Oh.
can't. He's not that strong a dwarf. He's
No.
he's a magic caster, not anything else. But yeah,
Just wrap them all up in a bundle and just chuck them on his back.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
effectively,
can.
you can bundle them.
In addition to the
Hey,
bag
carry.
of holding, I can carry 180 pounds, or I can push, drag, or lift 360 pounds. So yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I'll just say you can do it for sake of brevity.
lovely. I like that. Great. So I'm gonna make my way back. And if Cadell hasn't ripped all the doors off by that point, I will,
That was only one. It's only one.
Yeah, but whilst
Well, I've been
he's
out for a
doing
while.
this, so there's still
We're looking for
Hector
Arabella now.
and Orabella both. Yeah, Orabella's in the cell next to Meridian, and then you went past Hector's on your way. So
I'm going to sort of turn to Meridian and go, feeling that last one. Is there any chance you can get this door open, Meridian? I mean, I'll give it another try, but...
unfortunately, without my staff, I am absolutely useless to you, I'm afraid, Cadell.
Right.
I haven't got any components on me at all, have I? So I can't cast anything. Plus, I
But
don't
you're
think
in a
I've got
magic
anything that would
damping
open
cell
the
as
gate.
well, aren't you, sir?
Yeah, I've got mending. I could fix the door you just broke.
Can I have a quick look around and see if there's any keys or anything lying on the floor that somebody might have accidentally dropped in the
There
commode?
was a key that I
no,
used. There was a key
he
that I-
fled with it, but there are plenty of people on fire.
Ooh.
Yeah, I forgot about them when I went off.
So there was a key that I used on the first cell, right?
Oh yeah, you'll have a key. Yeah, absolutely. But you went outside, didn't you? Pretending you were on fire.
Can I kind of go check on one of the on fire people and just like knock him out and then see if he's got anything on him that's
Yeah,
useful?
I'll
without-
just say you can do that. They've already taken a substantial chunk of damage for A being set on fire and B being continually on fire for a little while.
just a quick.
yeah.
And then see if he's got
And
any
then
keys on
yeah,
him.
he's got keys on him, so that's fine.
And then I run back and unlock Arabella's door.
Yeah, fine.
Cause,
I'm amazed
the
you just didn't
vein
try
on-
and
the
wrench
vein,
them all.
like,
But
the vein on my head is still like pulsating, like I'm about to have a heart attack. Like,
yeah, you can get keys. There's a massive guy fiddling with keys.
Tiny keys.
Tiny keys. Right. Yeah, you can find the keys for
and
those
in
two
the
souls.
nicest way
That's fine.
possible, I'm trying to be calm about it. I'm like, Arabella, we have to go. No. So.
Yeah, and then Hector's as well, and then you've managed to get
Meanwhile,
keys for
I'm
them both.
sort of dragging everything back in.
Yeah, you're getting back in with everybody's shit.
I like to
Yeah,
think
no,
that I'm just
yeah.
standing outside, effectively smoking in the rain.
Yeah.
You know,
You just stood
waiting for
outside,
everybody to get their act together.
watching the chaos
you all
happen.
at this
and-
point?
Yeah, you probably walk past me and not notice me.
Yeah.
That's the kind of-
Your passive perception's not good enough to be
Oh,
able
no,
to.
I'm fucking terrible. Yeah, no, I can't say anything.
Yeah.
So then we've ran back and got Hector out, and then we've now seen poor
My
little
other work
Dwarfy-
colleagues, they're all
Poor-
here.
poor Dwarfy trying to
Yeah.
pull all this shit with him.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else to kill before I drop the stuff? Is there anyone else to
just,
torch, or are we alright?
I think everybody's either running chaos or properly run away or dead or unconscious or both, or so
Can
so
I
yeah,
just-
so there's
can I
nobody
just
else to
pat-
deal with.
I'll just pat little Grom on the head and go, "Good man, good man."
You want that? You stop that, lad.
I suggest we
He's the one
get
with all
the
weapons,
fuck
can't
out of this place, guys.
Before we get the fuck out of this place, I suggest we all re-equip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start. Fucking shields and
Yeah.
swords and
So-
my long sword and my hammer.
Thrul and
Up
Helena, you both see Grom, like during all of this chaos, people diving out on fire. You're outside, and then you see Grom stick outside, look around, nip across the way, and then come back dragging all the kit back into the room. You just kind of just stood there in the shadow, just watching him go across, and then gets back in, and then yeah.
I
So
just lean across to Helena and say, taking their time about it, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They seem. What's the word? Yeah.
ill prepared.
Yeah.
In fairness, as prison breaks go, that was pretty epic.
Oh, that was pretty good, to be fair. To say they were the ones that didn't have keys.
I
It's almost
ripped the door from its hinges.
You did. That was
What?
pretty epic.
Can I just double check? How long does it take me to attune to my robe of eyes?
An hour
So I'm just putting it on as a robe at the moment.
at the moment. Yes.
Yeah.
And,
I was
and
gonna
not
say, I think
attuned to it, yeah.
I think it takes 10 minutes for me to get armor on, so
It does. Yeah.
I'll be going in Cadell style.
Right, so you're
Or you
going
could
loincloth
take
in.
10 minutes, and they can
Yeah,
chunter
it's up
about
to
how
you
shit
whether
we are
you're
outside
taking
again for a bit longer.
10 minutes to do it or not.
We don't want to be hanging around here for 10 minutes, do we?
No, we want to get that.
No, we
Right.
want out.
Yeah,
So,
we
at-
need to get
at
the fuck
this
out of
point-
Angelrun, not just out of here.
Should we just take
Yeah.
a very quick 5-minute break?
Yes, because
Yeah,
I
it's a really
really
good
need
idea.
a piss.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll take a very quick break, grab a drink. Yeah, because I still don't have my drink. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
I have to go find it. I'm gasping right now.
I can't believe I got an
Welcome
actual
back.
20 for that.
Yeah.
Yes, so you were, before we went on the break, prison breaking, or mid-prison break. You managed to get all out of your cells. You were deciding whether to put on armour or not. I believe you decided not to take the extra 10 minutes to don your armour.
Everyone else is fully re-equipped though, aren't they?
How many cells were there in that place where we were?
There's no one else in it when I had a look.
Yeah, the other cells that are there are empty.
Right, no,
gonna say,
Well, the cells
no
where you were
one's
kept
off.
previously. There were a
Okay, so
few.
I'll-
There was a few more other cells in that room you were held with Helena when you first woke up. There was nobody else in there other than Helena and yourselves. You know from experience from when you went and kind of rescued Thunder previously from a different set of cells that there are other cells in the camp somewhere, but there was none in the immediate. Nobody nearby in the immediate vicinity.
Now does not feel like the time to try and do another
No.
go searching for a Thunder.
So, yes, and what's the plan? What are you doing?
Get the hell
Oh,
out of
good.
here.
We got everything.
Let me change the
Sorry, I was
music.
just renaming myself as Cadell the Pissed Off. That is how I forever shall be known.
Oh no. He's put the music on.
You say that, I'm not hearing it.
No, I'm not yet.
Oh.
It takes a while to load in. Just give it a second. There we are.
I'm not hearing any music.
But I'm
Intense music.
hosting it and I'm still not hearing it.
I've got it.
Oh,
That's
well,
fine.
That's one big fluffy tail right there.
It's clearly not coping
Yes,
very well.
yeah. Cat has to get in the way always.
Sorry, I'll just stop it properly and then try it again.
Oh, it was really good. I was enjoying that.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing a jot of it.
No, have you seen this? The cat has to get in the way though. Have you seen this?
Oh, that's a cat, right? That's a cat.
That's
That's
it.
what they do.
The cats. It's what they're great for.
Hang on.
Mum, you're not giving me any attention. No.
There you go, I'll put
you're
that
looking
one on
at the
because I can hear
screen.
that one.
Why?
Yeah, you're not giving me any attention. You're putting all the attention to the screen. I'm now gonna type all over your keyboard.
Yes, so what is your plan?
Well,
Get out
we
of
need to get,
Get out
we
of
need
Engal camp.
get the fudge out of here, don't we?
Okay.
Cadell, you
Where-
know your way around here.
Yeah, is there a way
I do know
out?
my way
out
around.
of this place?
Would Cadell know any sneaky back way out, like using drains or using?
No, Cadell wouldn't have ever had the need.
Where are we? Where are we right now? So
You are
I'm
in
stood
Dengal
outside
camp.
smoking.
Let me flick over to the back of
In,
the map again. Dengal camp.
So I'm
um,
stood
Have I got
outside
any
smoking.
contacts?
So you are about here in Dengal camp.
Right, by that time.
Have
Alright.
I got any contacts in the camp? Any underworld shady people that might be able to help us get out?
Not that you have dealings with. I mean,
Uh,
Lucian may have contacts in there, but he
does-
keeps everything separate. So the left hand will not know what the right hand's doing and such.
Can I just ask Arabella quite quickly? Have you got enough spell slots to make us all invisible?
All invisible. Oh, sorry. Oh, I don't know. I'm a bit tired, like. Sorry. Let me see what I've got.
Is there a way out of Dengar camp that would lead to the what looks like farmland out?
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Out,
Yeah,
out
we're,
of the
we're
city.
already outside the main wall, aren't we? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
well, there's
Yeah,
that. I'm just thinking there's that other thing that Arabella has that
We don't
Pass
want
without
to
a trace.
it gives us
That's
all a
what I
huge
think, yeah.
amount. Yeah, it gives us all a huge amount of stealth. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Pass
can
without
make
a
it
trace.
harder for him to see us, and I can make 2 people invisible, but only one or the other.
Well, better to make the whole group
Yeah.
We've lost the horses as well, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, we can't go
back.
back. We can't go back to. We can't go back for our horses. We just gotta get the fuck out of this town.
Yeah, we've just got to get the fuck out of here.
Okay. So
Well,
yeah, the ways
if
out of
Orabella
the
can do
camp.
that,
Sorry, go on.
well, just saying, if Orabella can do that thing that makes us all have a massive boost to our stealth, that'd be.
You can cast Pass Without a Trace.
That's what I was looking for. Pass without a trace.
Fine. Are you casting that before you step out?
If we are stepping out, I will cast it as we leave.
Okay. You all pile out into the streets, as it were. Which is not paved as such, it's just all dusty.
Yeah.
And Hurul and Helena waiting outside. What are you wanting to do? Are you remaining stealthed?
I will make myself visible, like make it obvious that I'm there.
Yeah, so as everybody kind of piles out and Orabella's starting to cast Pass Without a Trace, Hurul is stood there in front of you, or seemingly waiting.
Grom immediately uses the flamethrower on his cannon. Sees the uniform.
I step forward and flick my cigarette out into what I imagine is a puddle in the rain, and lean in and go, have you got a plan from here, or do I need to help with that as well?
I'm guessing you helped us. Oh.
I didn't know anything. I just saw the uniform and immediately triggered myself.
Grom, stop!
He shot off.
I am very sorry. I have just. If we are more than 15 feet away from us when you did this,
probably not.
Then you might have to make a dex save, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no. Dex save.
Is Helena still stood next to him? Because if she is, she'll need to make.
I was like behind him, so yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You're behind him.
Yeah,
not you.
We'd say you're probably just outside range.
Round the corner. He stepped out from around the building, didn't he? So I just instinctively went fucking uniform.
17?
That's
Oh,
it.
he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
That makes half
16,
damage,
yeah.
and then I'm assuming your
And then
special ability makes rogue
makes
ability
it
means
0.
you're taking 0 damage. You fire it at him, he just sidesteps
So even
rather
cooler,
deftly out the way.
even cooler then.
Yeah.
So I step out, flick my cigarette into the puddle, and you reflexively turn around and see the thing and flamethrower me. And I essentially just stack behind a post slightly, and it all kind of goes around me, singes the post, and then I step back out again. And then I say the line, have you got a plan from here, or do I need to help with that as well?
I'm guessing you helped us back there.
Smooth.
Yeah, you guys didn't deserve to die for that. Let's.
Okay, well,
No, did we?
We're just we need to get out of here, so we're gonna head out that way towards the farmlands. You coming with, and maybe you can explain what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, we'll come with, and I kind of gesture to where I imagine Helena is, because she hasn't been far from me and we've been talking. I say we'll come with.
Okay, let's go.
Okay then.
That's
Yeah,
very
you
suspicious.
can head out in that kind of direction. That's absolutely no problem whatsoever. As to what you were saying earlier, Meridian, about contacts in Dengar camp, you'd have no contacts in Dengar camp, but you do have contacts in the hill, which is up to the north.
Okay. So it's probably a good idea to talk to someone. Chaps, I do know some people around there that get out of the vicinity sharpish. If you're willing to speak to them, they're not the most upstanding people in the world, but beggars can't be choosers at the moment.
I've
You're at
met
this
some of
point-
these people before with you, haven't I?
I'm not
They're
part of
quite
the
useful
King's-
right now.
I'm not part of the King's Guard anymore. I've been stripped from my rank. Rather pissed off about this. Let's.
Would I
I'm
know
going with
who
you,
these-
Meridian. Let's get out of here. If you know someone that can get us out of here, let's go for it.
Would I know who this group of people are likely to be?
What Meridian's group of people?
Yeah.
No, not as such. You know that there are
So I'll just assume it's some kind of underworld gang. but
Yeah,
I don't
you
which
know
one,
that there are criminal gangs. There are several that do operate. Some more prestigious than others, but you don't know who he's precisely referring to, or who by any names or anything.
I might want to recommend you get rid of that uniform. If you're seen with us, then that uniform won't matter anymore.
So I draw a cross on the star on my uniform. My uniform changes its appearance to be like just commoner clothing, basically. So I've got a travelling cloak and travelling outfit on.
Yeah, you see just before you, as soon as you say that, he makes a gesture on his uniform, and that it just magically changes form and just becomes commoner uniform. Commoner outfit rather than out of his uniform.
And then you see me sort of creak my neck and slouch down a bit as if I've got a bit of a one-sided hump, and just change my demeanour slightly. I don't think it'll be a problem.
Good man. At which point I'll rip off the last of my military tunic and just go all Conan bare-chested.
There you go, Grom. We're going to have to do something with you. There's no way of hiding you. I don't think not wearing a uniform is going to do the job.
Anyone got
7 foot tall.
Anyone got a shitty cloak in their pack that I can borrow?
To be fair, I think we're all probably wanted at this point.
So at the moment, you just stood all out in the rain.
No, we're moving.
You actually headed. So as you're
towards the hill. Yeah.
So as you're kind of headed out towards the kind of main area, effectively, of Dengal Camp, you're heading out, but there's remarkably few people here. It's not all that many people knocking around. It seems strangely like it's just got a skeleton crew.
They'll have a little glance around the surrounding area and see see if there's anything immediately dangerous.
You can.
The lay of the land.
By all means, you know the area pretty well. You know the areas where it's most likely going to be have more soldiers in it and such, and you can glance in those kind of directions before moving on. But yeah, by all means, make a perception if you'd like.
What's my perception? It's plus a 4. Yeah, it's only a 12 plus 4, so it's only.
Did your feet give you
16.
advantage or not?
It gives me features.
So now it gives you
Eagle. It gives me seek up to 1 mile away with no difficulty, and dim light doesn't impose a disadvantage on your perception checks.
All right, so yeah, that's
so it doesn't
fine
give
then.
me advantage; just means I don't get disadvantage. So.
Right, fair enough. Well noted. So what was your roll? Sorry.
It was a 12 plus 4.
4. That's fair enough. That's still a pretty decent 16.
Yeah.
Pretty decent. So yeah, I mean, you because you know all these areas anyway. It wasn't a particularly difficult thing for you to do. So you check out all the kind of the training squares, the armory areas, and things like that. The glancing in those directions as you're moving down the streets, and you're looking down there. Nobody there. It's weird. There should be loads of people there, especially at this kind of time in the morning. There should be loads of people there, but there's not.
Oh, this is a bit weird, guys. There's no one around at all. It's absolutely dead.
Yeah.
I can't see anything.
I wonder if they've moved him into the city to maintain order after those events, or maybe they've sent him east. You're gonna have to deal with that threat at Hamerton some way or another.
Well, this could give us a free run up to the hills.
Now, do we want to run or do we want revenge? I, for one, am pissed at that bastard.
Right now, I think we need to regroup.
No, I need to sleep.
We need to
Tired, but we
regroup,
should
make a
plot
plan.
something. Let's go find somewhere to shelter.
Meridian, you got any ideas where we should go?
Well, if we head up into the hills, I do have contacts there, and we might be able to get some information on what's going on and safe passage somewhere
So far,
else.
can't see anything up there. I can't see anything in the distance, so it looks like it's a safe journey.
Come on, let's run to the hills.
Yeah. People that I'm talking about wouldn't want to be visible anyway.
Right,
So,
well then you lead. We'll follow you.
Yeah, you can make it out of Dengar camp with Meridian's knowledge. You do see the odd one or two people that just seem to be kind of caretakers of the camp, effectively. And you head out past what is farmland, but between Dengar camp and there, it's what is generally used as kind of campsites in between these kind of spaces. So, Cadell, if you want to make a survival check, please.
Survival?
Yes.
What's my survival? Oh, my survival's also a +4. Oh, it's only an 8 + 4, so it's only a 12.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it. I wasn't anything particular difficult, because you know the area, you know it really well. You can tell that in this kind of space, there's been a lot of tents here. A hell of a lot of tents recently. And what is generally used for almost like a makeshift barracks as to when is needed. But there's been a lot here, a lot more than normal, and have now all gone.
So, guys, yeah, there's been a lot of activity around here recently. I can see there was an army mustering here, a lot of troops, a lot of people. They all seem to have moved on now, but this is a bit concerning.
Sounds like that general mobilisation that we saw down in Garden Springs, don't it?
Yeah, it looks that way, definitely.
Let's hope they're doing the right thing and they're containing that threat to the east. In the meantime, they're not here and we can get out. Come on.
Yeah, it still looks like we can get through this without a problem.
Yeah, and you can. It's absolutely no problem at all. You make your way up towards the river and follow it round and make your way into the hill. And yeah, it is a slums. I mean, there are, even though there's no big wall as such that separate the two, there's a lot of kind of guard posts and fences and kind of makeshift like spikes and pits and things like that to separate the riffraff from the camp. And yes, there's one or two people guarding there, but with Cadell knowing the lay of the land, you can get past easily enough. It's still very few troops compared to what they really should be, and because of that you can slip by easily enough. And you make your way into the hill. As I said, it is a slum area, and it is jam-packed full of people.
I'll just tap on the shoulder of Meridian and go, right, Meridian, you're up. Where are we heading?
Yeah, you know that.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know that there's a way. There's kind of like a makeshift, like kind of an underground, like moonshine distilleries and things like that, which are also part of kind of Lucian's under his umbrella. So you can head out that way and to kind of stick your head in. So you get to kind of an area where, you've got like loads of kind of families, people out on the street, people with the occasional bit of livestock just penned into where they can, or trying to either stop other people from stealing them, or at least trying to sell them to people who have no money. So it's just here nor there. But you get to this one kind of area that looks very much like just a busy kind of living space. But then you know that you go inside, and people are coming and going all the time. You go inside, and it's just a very small room with a few people kind of huddled up. Some people seemingly very drunk, just leaned out. And there's one person just slouched in the corner that you know is there, and it would be the same access phrase as you had previously, if you remember it.
Oh, God.
No.
2 years ago.
Yeah, all of 2 years ago.
Something about a moon, wasn't it? A moon on the lake?
It was. I'm trying to find it myself.
Fog on the Tyne?
Yeah, I'll say you remember it, because it's in my notes somewhere, and I know you know it.
Yeah.
Your character does know it.
Yeah.
It's just off the top of my head. No, I don't have it. But
I'm sure it was something about the moonlight on the lake, or the moon, something like that.
yeah, it's something along those lines anyway. Yeah, they do it, and they just go, like, give you a knowing look, and then kind of there's a kind of makeshift curtain next to them, and they just got let you in. They let you in, and then after you go past, and you just like kind of like there with me, kind of nod to them, and it's like they're a bit confused as more and more people just kind of go past. Like, this is a lot more people than we're used to. And you kind of go into the back of this this space, and it is it is effectively a distillery where they're just kind of trying to make really rough moonshine to then ship on to elsewhere. It's like, what can I do for you? What are you doing here? The people aren't meant to be coming here. It's not a place to visit.
We're not visiting. We're on our way out. What the bloody hell's going on? Where is everyone?
Where is everyone? We're here.
Not you. Look, we've just come from Dengal camp. We were on a mission for the Sanctus Veritas, and he's double-crossed us and sent us into the cells. We've managed to escape, but the camp itself is barren, and we've heard rumours of explosions and all sorts of crap going on.
There has been explosions. Quite a lot wounded. God knows how many dead. But that's all up there. We nothing affected us down here.
Well,
so,
they tried pinning it on us, and it's nothing to do
so
with
it
us.
wasn't. So you say? I'll have to take your word on that.
Right now, we need somewhere to hide for the night.
For the night.
Find somewhere to sit down, because I'm tired and my back hurts.
We just need to get our head down, and then we'll be out of your hair in the morning.
Not like we're a place to. We're not a tavern.
You must know somewhere.
All right. Just give me a bit, all right? Because there's a lot to dump on a guy, all of a sudden. So
the place that I find to sit down, I'd like it to be like next to some papers or something. So I can like.
They don't really keep logs or anything.
What's in the room? Is there anything interesting?
There's a few distills. It's this kind of where it kind of opens out, and they kind of again trying to keep them covered a little bit by curtains and such, but it's not that hidden. It's more hidden from the front than it is once you kind of get back there. You can see where it is, and you can see where they're starting to rack up these small barrels full of this moonshine that they're putting together.
Are there any markings on the barrels or anything?
No markings on these barrels. Not as of yet, anyway.
So I'm just sort of sitting down inconspicuously, pretending my back hurts, looking at everything in the room.
Fine, yeah, you can take that in. You can see that where, as you've got a keen eye for things, so you can tell in this room where more barrels were stored, but at the moment they don't have a great stock in. So either they've recently been picked up, or it just takes them a long time to gather it up before it goes ships off again. But it certainly doesn't look. You can't really tell at this point. It certainly seems like stuff is coming and going, but it seems like they stack up a large amount before then shipping it out at once. You don't know if it's all at once or in bits and pieces, but they seem to stock more up because they can see the markings on the floor where more barrels previously were. So they had a better stock at one point. That's as much as you can tell, really.
I'll make a mental note of it all.
It's fine.
Is Helena visible now?
That's up to her run. How long does the spell last?
I think it's
Like an
minutes,
hour.
isn't it? You might be right. Hang on, let me check.
I think it's an hour.
Decent length on invisibility, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, then yeah, it will have. We'll say it wears off.
Concentration up to 1 hour. So
Yeah,
I'll
with
keep it
travel.
going.
Well, with travel, that hour's probably about up.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking we had no idea that she was even out there, so all
No,
of a
not
sudden,
really.
halfway in, it's like, oh shit, in hell. It's just
Yeah.
The lady.
Yeah.
Not out of nowhere.
some
You-
lass has
Yeah.
just appeared.
Yeah, you know that her role said we'll join you, but then never made other
Yeah.
kind of mention
No,
at
and
it.
obviously I'm not attuned with my cloak, so I can't see invisible
That's true.
people, so we
Which-
would have had no idea.
Which
You will be by now.
you will. You probably become attuned as it fails because it's about the same
Oh.
amount of time. So yes, the spell then comes to an end, and then
Should've put my
with you at
monocle
the
on.
distillery is the young woman who was in the
Expert.
cell with you.
And the guy's even like, what? Another person?
He's,
What the hell?
she's with me.
Now, I think it might be time for you to tell us a little bit about who you are.
Yeah, what do you know, guys? I mean,
You walk in
Building
there
up
in one of those uniforms. She's in a cell, and then this happens. Who are you?
So, are the people that run the distillery
In-
still around?
In fact, I was trying. Who's got what would be a memory check? Probably a history roll, or just for checking for your memory. It wouldn't be a Grom. Anybody but Grom.
That's all right. Excellent.
So it could be
Yeah.
Hector, Meridian, Orabella,
I'll
or
have a roll.
Cadell.
History check. I'll give you advantage on your history check, then I'll help you out.
It's
with
not
your
really
history
something
check.
you can assist on. It's
Oh, right,
it's
okay,
whether
right,
you
I'll
recall
roll.
something or you don't recall it.
I'll roll
That's
myself
one
then.
of
History
Oh,
is
14 factor, which is pretty good factor.
in standard barbarian fashion. I got a 2.
the-
Yeah, I only
you've
got a
no
6,
idea.
so I don't remember anything either.
No. Okay, Hector does seem to remember a certain young gentleman that looks very much like Herol, who you fought before, or at least came to blows with, who was alongside Colonel Pemberton. When you
looks like
killed
him.
Purple, no, when you killed Colonel
Yeah.
Pemberton,
Yeah, 'cause there was an
There
archer
was-
that got away.
yes, there was.
Yeah, there was an archer that got away. That's him. Looks like him.
Certainly seems very similar. You weren't directly in contact or as close.
No, but-
Only Thunder was that close to be able to
There
recognise
was
him very
arrows
well.
coming out of the night. That was a good episode. That was.
It was a great episode. That.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna share that
Hmm.
with the
Fair
guy.
enough.
I'm just gonna make it
With it-
to
Are
myself.
the people that run the distillery still there?
Oh yeah. It's never left alone.
In that case, when he mentions the uniform, I'm going to cough loudly in order
Yeah.
to try and get him to drop the uniform bit.
Roll.
I don't know. You've not met me. You don't know me. I'm not known for tact. Speak plain. All right.
At which point I just slap Rob on the back of the head, like, dude.
I've told you about that.
Disguises-
Hand. I'm not having a good day,
Disguises-
Cadell.
Disguise is a part of the job. I wear whatever I need to wear to get the job done.
It's one of the faceless.
So, let's just say I've been keeping an eye on you for some time, and I was concerned when I heard you'd run into trouble with powers
God,
that
we're
be.
running, we run into
When you
trouble
say
everywhere.
keeping an eye, are you the one that's been scrying on us?
I don't know. Am I the one
no.
that's been scrying?
No, you won't.
So I'll say no. I can't scry yet. I'm trying to improve my arcane abilities, but right now they're basic.
But who
So
do
two
you
people have
work
been
for?
keeping honest.
You walked into that place like you owned it. Got everyone out, it was marvellous. But who do you work for? Why should we trust you now? This is all too convenient for me.
Why shouldn't you trust me? I've just got you away from a place that would have killed you within a day.
It did just
I
help
think
us get out of prison.
You've got
I-
issues if you're worried about me.
I'd just like to know
we've
who I'm
got
travelling with.
issues.
I travel with ease because I know Hector. I faked his death, I got him his freedom, and he came back and he got me mine, so I'm fine to travel with him, and I know him. And I know these people that he travels with are trustworthy. I don't know either of you two.
He is a very paranoid dwarf, like.
Look, I
Yeah,
spent
he shares
50
a lot,
years
though,
locked up. 50 years being forced to make armour and weapons for people who are also locked up to hurt each other with. You forgive me for having very little in the way of by trust.
I basically say I've spent 25 years locking people up.
Well, you and I might not get along.
And I'd like to do something better for the next 25.
You're lucky to get
So
another 25.
I'm starting with helping you guys.
And the
Away
help
from
is
injustice.
appreciated.
I'm not
Right.
wanting to sound ungrateful. The distraction was marvellous. But you'll understand where I'm coming from, right?
I thought the flamethrower was inspired.
Well, I'd have done that without you. I just may not have had quite the freedom to cause as much chaos.
The craftsmanship that must go into something like that, though.
Guys,
In
we're,
such a
we're
pinch,
losing.
right?
Brom's visibly
look.
sort of grown a couple of inches, and he's like, well, I suppose if you
look.
do talk about the craftsmanship, well, I mean, it's a
Look,
Grom
we're
some
losing-
family
we're
secret,
losing
don't
track.
you know?
Right, we're losing track here. You can beat each other off like at any other time. Right now,
Hey, look,
We
the man
need
was just
to
talking about the
start what we're doing.
flamethrower. Give him a moment.
I don't want it to set off again.
I put it away now, don't worry.
So yeah,
So,
so
what we need to do is find a place to hold up for the night and
So I'll tell them my
find out
name as
what
well.
we're doing in the morning.
Who are you? Both of you. I'm Grom.
Oh, sorry, yes, Miss. Have you been traveling with this person? You were locked up as well. What were you locked up for?
A crime that I was wrongly accused of. Same as
There's
you, I
a
guess.
lot of that going around right now.
Yeah.
Even though I think I did
Yeah,
actually do most of the crimes that we were accused of, but still, no one needs to know that.
We never killed that messenger.
No, it never happened. Never happened.
Listen,
No, we
listen. We
genuinely
know
didn't.
we're innocent.
no, you genuinely
I mean, I
didn't
don't
kill the
know.
messenger, but
We
you
actually
just.
didn't kill him.
But then you hid the body
wasn't
like
there
you
anyway, so-
did, and then
Burnt all the mail.
burnt all the mail. So yeah,
So again, it gets back to the point of we need somewhere to hold up for the night. And
Yes, we do. Right.
figure out
So
what
I'll
we're doing in the
say to
morning.
this distillery owner, look, have you got anywhere for us to stay or not? Because we're not getting anywhere.
well, they'd sent somebody off to inquire, and they do come back saying that we've got somewhere where you can hole up. Yeah, clearly not here. You're not staying here. Come with us.
What time of day is it?
I thought we were nighttime now, weren't we?
No. You'd woken in the morning in the cell.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Aye, of course.
So now it is best part of
11sies?
Yeah, I was going to say late morning. So yeah.
11sies.
So do you think would it make sense for us to get our heads down now and travel at night? I think to make sure.
Well, we can't.
that we're not
He just
spotted?
said we can't get our heads down here. He said we need.
Yeah,
to...
but they've got a place you can go. Not here in
got a place,
the
yeah.
distillery, but they've got a place you can go and be safe for now.
We'll get a few hours kip and then head off.
Hector can get his
after
arm back
dusk.
on as well.
I was guessing I'd done that in Norway instead of out.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to do that.
I don't know.
So yeah, they lead you away. They lead you down a few kind of I was going to say paths and alleyways. It's nothing so formal. It's just the tiniest gaps between makeshift shacks and things that have just kind of popped up that you can kind of squeeze down. At one point, Cadell does have to go kind of sideways and kind of squeeze down.
I've stopped raging at this point. I've shrunk down a bit.
Not the Hulk.
I'll make you a bit smaller if you like, lads.
But yeah, you're still a massive bloke. Like, you do still have to.
Hector's just as big as me. Like
He's not.
No,
He's nowhere
I'm
near as big
about-
as you.
I'm like 6 foot. I'm
He's 6 foot,
Oh,
not like
all muscle, just
yeah.
lean.
He's,
I'm a
he's
strong
not like
dude.
7 foot something
Oh, mate.
like brick
I
shit
can't,
ass.
I can't even remember what we decided on actually. How big am I?
Ridiculous.
You
But
six,
but
like
either
6
way,
foot
you
12
need to
or
squeeze
stupid.
through. A few people do have to kind of go slightly sideways, but they don't have to squeeze as much as you. But yeah, so then you kind of get through into this kind of again another kind of a bit like a wooden kind of boarding up, and they just kind of. It's not a door. It's made to look like a wall. They can kind of lift it up and kind of shift it to one side and let you in. And a few people have to kind of duck to get in. So once you kind of get inside, it's just an open space, empty, nothing in it. It's not huge, but it's enough for you all to kind of get your heads down. It's a safe space because nobody's really going to find in a hurry.
I do recommend we still have someone on watch.
I was going to say these aren't the most trustworthy people, and we have just told them exactly who's looking for us.
Like I seriously need to sleep. Like seriously need to sleep.
I'll take first watch then.
Yeah, but have you got enough strength left there?
I'm all right. I've still got my first and second level spell slots. So. And in fairness, if anything happens, I'm just going to kick you in the head and wake you up. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I'll
Well,
sit
I'm-
up with
definitely
I'll
get
sit
made
up with
down.
Meridian.
It seems. Sorry, Hurl.
I was just going to say I'm not going to sleep either. I generally wouldn't sleep somewhere that I haven't secured myself.
Very well.
So
Yeah,
I
if we're all taking watch, then you should at least get your head down. Yeah, we're all taking watch. We're all taking in turns. There's 7 of us. There's 8 of us. There's enough people to do watch, and still get a long rest.
He don't need one.
I suppose. Yeah. All right. Yeah, fair enough. I suppose it doesn't need one. All right, everyone else.
I'll probably at some point I'll stay up for at least a little while and try and check the place out, listen for things, all that kind of stuff. I'm
That's fine.
basically not a very trusting person because
Yeah,
my
fair
career has not led me to trust people.
I get
Put it that
that.
way.
I get that.
Very well.
I actually don't need a long rest. I could take.
Well, I right now need to pass
I
out.
could do.
so I am.
I'll do second
Well, if
wind.
you
take
don't.
a short rest.
It's entirely up to you, whatever you want to do. Because Helena, you getting Kip rest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'll get a rest.
Very well. Yeah, it's not like you'd been in battle the next day, but you're planning on travelling at night, so yeah, you get your head down for rest.
Yeah.
Everybody else, it's odd because you've not been used to trying to keep in watch or trying to rest during the day. You've been very much travelling by day and sleeping at night for the last few months since you've kind of met each other. Seems strange to say that you've only
I'm a
been few
military man.
months.
I can get my head down in minutes.
It's true. And you'd be snoring your head off as whenever.
Yeah.
So yes, you do take it in turns to keep watch. You don't really get who's taking the watches, by the way.
I was
Certainly
going to
the
sit for
first-
first watch with
nothing-
Meridian.
Nothing happens during kind of first watch. Who's taking second?
I can take the rest because I only needed a short rest.
I'll stay up as well.
Alright.
I'm flat out gone.
Yeah, Cadell's snoring his head off when Hector gets up to Hector and Hurl. So yeah, you stay up and throughout the rest of kind of the day that's left, and the sun starts to go down. And as the sun kind of goes down, somebody approaches down this very small space.
Have I had a long rest by this point?
Yes.
So we've had 2 watches.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cadell's had a long rest. Meridian's had a long rest. And Grom's had a long rest.
Lovely.
And Helena has a long rest if it's going to make
Bella
any
will have had a
difference
long
to you.
rest as well.
And
We'll
Arabella,
forget
sorry, yes, I
Arabella.
forget about Arabella.
She'd have had
Yes,
a long rest.
she'll have had a long
Yeah.
rest as well. But yes, so Hector and Harul, if you want to make a perception, please.
Oh,
Nope.
We're getting some
Aye.
distortion from somewhere.
Guys,
don't
guys,
tell
we're
us.
getting-
On your
getting a
phone,
bit of-
Gaz.
yeah.
Guys, we're getting a bit of feedback off, guys.
I'm on.
Play
I'm
rage,
sorry, I was
yeah.
on D&D Beyond.
Just keep it away
I'm
from the
moving
mic.
away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a 5 from me.
Okay.
Clearly not paying much attention.
No, it's odd for
Perception,
you. It
sir.
seems strange. Yes, perception, please.
Perception.
Harul. Yep,
21.
perfect.
Oof.
Ever
Nice.
Rogues.
eager, ever
Yeah.
keeping a watchful eye. And you've scouted out while during the first watch you had a good scout round to keep a good eye on where best that would be to kind of perch and sit whilst being in the shadow, and keeping an eye out straight down that entranceway where you were led. And as it gets dark, pretty much as soon as it hits full darkness, you see through the shadows there somebody watching their way down the side of there. They don't seem to be particularly trying to hide, but they're making their way down towards your location.
So when they get to about 30 feet away,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, hello?
Oh, yes. I believe there's a Mr. Meridian here.
I'll drop from my perch and tap Meridian on the shoulder. Someone here to see you.
Thank you, Batman.
At which point,
You've got a
Cadell
Batman as a rogue,
stirs.
right? What's the point otherwise?
Yeah.
At which point, Cadell stirs, wakes up really quickly, and draws weapons and goes, "What's going on?"
It's pretty much the end of the your rest anyway. So Cadell's always up after a rest.
Yeah.
With the dawn.
But yeah, so Meridian, you stepping out. The gentleman has stayed
Yeah.
outside. You kind
Yeah, I'll
of
come
move this
outside.
makeshift entranceway out the way. You step out. It's nobody you recognise. It's like Meridian, is it?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Word was gotten back to Lucian. Said he'd like to see you.
And I take it he wasn't planning on coming to me.
Are you joking? He's not coming out here.
Well, I can't exactly go back into the city. Surely he knows what's happened.
All right. I can get you back in.
Just me.
I can get all of you back in.
Right.
You're not going
Give
into
me
the
2
city
seconds.
proper. We can get you in
Can
to
I-
see Lucian.
Can I just ask? We
Right.
lose the battle music 'cause it's really intimidating.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
sure,
sort of
yeah,
about to
sorry.
happen.
Not any
Like-
on at all.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just gonna nip back inside.
Sure.
Guys, we have yet another problem. My boss wants to see me, and he isn't the sort of person you ignore. It means going back into the city, but I have contacts that can get us there safely and back out again. I will go back on my own if you would rather.
We'll come with you, Meridian.
I'm very interested in coming with him.
Every problem is a new opportunity.
I think
Yes,
by now
so,
we're all we've all been together for long enough. We're not going to leave each other on their own. We'll
Well, at
do
this
more than
point,
we
it's
should.
not like we can do hotels, is it? If we don't look to someone to help us out here, we're going to have to fend for ourselves.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
Lucian isn't a fan of the government. If anything, he will probably want to help us out. Plus, if we annoy him, it's just someone else that's trying to kill us.
This may be a
Yeah.
good opportunity to find out exactly what they've done.
Yeah.
And with
Okay,
that
so
logic,
I'll go back out to the contact. Yes. Are we leaving now?
Whenever you're ready. How many is there? I believe there was. I forget how many there
8.
were. There were
Is there
what,
8
5
of
of
us
you.
now? 9 of us?
7 of us, isn't there?
Yeah, there are now. As far as Lucian was aware, there was 5 of you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're a party, so
Well,
we
yeah,
all
7
go,
of us.
or
You
none of
trust-
us go.
You trust all these?
Yes.
All right.
Brom looks
Basically.
very long and hard at the 2 new people and then looks over at Meridian, shrugs, and just goes about his day.
Cadell's just
On
out
your
there,
head.
just sharpening his sword.
I just turned to
Staring
Crom
at
and go,
Meridian.
look, if they cross us, Lucian will kill them anyway, so...
If he crosses, he's going to kill all of us, right? Not just them.
Yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound.
I don't plan on dying today. Let's get on with it.
Very well. Then he begins to lead you off to go and see Lucian, which is an apt point to leave it for tonight, I do believe. Thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully have a lot more role-playing to be done next time around.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
The jailbreak was awesome. Fully enjoyed
It
that.
was. It was really good. So pleased to have finally introduced both of your characters.
Yeah, it's really good to get you on board.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoyed that.
And I hope everybody who has been watching it has been enjoying it just as much as we have been enjoying taking part. And we really do need some kind of music that's in between the two, don't we? It's a shame the other music wasn't working, but we'll have to work that out and see
Worked
what's
for me.
happening. Yeah, it was odd.
obviously
It was
got
really
magic
strange.
ears.
I'm hosting it, and I should have been able to hear it.
Yeah, well, I didn't get any
hey,
of that fight music, but I got the melancholy music and the tension one. Very strange.
That is odd. I don't know. Sometimes
I
it's
didn't
a
get
bit
any of
hit and
any of it, but
No, I
it was
didn't
a
get any of
fun
it.
session.
miss. Great.
It was really good. Enjoyed that. What
Are
have
we
got
still
coming up?
still recording or not?
We are.
Yeah,
we're still
live.
we're still
Completely
live. We're
live.
still on stream.
But
But
you've got it's character building coming this
that's
week.
exactly what I was
haven't you?
about to mention. As other kind of news, we've got another episode of its character building. Myself and Andrew doing clerics this time around. That
Nice.
should be released this Thursday or Friday. Friday, I think. it's
Thursday,
probably.
Friday,
Thursday or
yeah.
Friday. It's going to be released. Yeah. Thoroughly going to be enjoying that one because I particularly enjoy this cleric that I put together.
Yeah, I liked mine. I
Yeah.
like the one I.
All right. Yeah, but by all means,
And if you haven't watched it already,
yes.
go back a few videos and watch me make this PC.
No, the next video will be repairing.
the trash to
repairing-
tabletop
repairing-
video of
yeah,
making
repairing
that
my
out
mushroom.
of bits of rubbish, effectively. He now has this that beautiful dice tower. So go back and watch that. It was absolutely amazing. But until next time, whether you either catch us on Twitch or YouTube, we'll see you then. Till then, take care. Bosh.
Later.